Good evening everybody and welcome to SimPlay Motorsport, here for the final practice session of the season, or final practice session before the start of the season should I say. All eyes now on what these guys can do tonight. Keegs is back from last night, so is Aidan Bennett. We're expecting a few more people a bit later on, but no doubt here we're going to try and see some fantastic lap times in and try and get some great action for you guys. Currently out on track is Aidan Bennett and Peaceful Explosion, who wasn't with us last night but is here tonight. He'll be looking to achieve some big things here, will Peaceful. Last session before the season starts, like I said just a moment ago, so the Pro-Am group gets underway next week, with the Pro group getting underway next Thursday. Next Wednesday is the Pro-Am category, so let's hope everybody will stay tuned for that, as it's sure to be an absolute fantastic start to the season. We had unfortunate news that we had lost a driver in Holty today, so he won't be with us for the season, meaning Deeks will be a driver on his own unless a teammate can be found in time. So right now we're at Fuji, the second night race of the season. So yeah, like I say, Fuji the second night race of the season, and as we can see here, just the 6 runners at the moment. We are expecting a few more a bit later on, hopefully. And as you may have saw on the SimPlay group not long ago, we are expecting a big announcement from Mazda regarding him and Keegs' team. Heard last night that he was struggling with the Bentley, so we'll see when Mazda comes on, and we'll see when that news gets brought to you. But at the moment we are looking at Peaceful Explosion on track. Aidan Bennett is out there, so is Monkey Boy, and DJ Phil has just exited the pit lane. Peaceful in the Mercedes, Monkey Boy in the Acura, Keegs in the Bentley I do believe, and then Welsh, Aidan and DJ Phil all in the Lamborghini. DJ Phil and Aidan, excuse me, announced that they will be teammates going into next week, so DJ Motorsport will be the team to look out for. One that's got a lot of prospects with a new lad. Oh, well, Aidan Bennett new to the game, only got it last week, and DJ Phil, they're all new to the league, so obviously the league brand new. But I have raced previously with a lot of these guys. DJ Phil new to the racing experience, so I could tell you quite a lot about these drivers. But some are a bit more unaware than others, as Cam is now in the session. So we've got 7 drivers on the grid here so far for this one, as we await the big news. So we're just going to keep an eye on Peaceful Explosion. Then was first out on track. Was he first out on track? I don't think he was. We'll keep an eye on Peaceful to see what sort of lap times he can do, and Monkey Boy. Everybody else was here last night. DJ Phil as well, sorry. Everybody else was here last night, bar them 3. As Peaceful Explosion will be the first man to cross the line, will be the first man to get us underway here, passing Aidan Bennett. So track time is important in these practice sessions, as we've seen throughout the 6 streams so far, this being the 6th. Lap time is ever so crucial here. There's a bit of lag there, means that Cam's in the lobby, as let's just put Peaceful off into turn 1. So yeah, like I was saying, it's important to get the laps in, especially if you've not done these tracks, especially in these cars as well. Get the lap time in, get a feel for the track, because what you'll see on the track weather-wise is what will be ran for the league. So really try and get a feel for it early, and try and get a feel for excuse me, what can be as we see Aidan Bennett making a pit stop. He's got a bit of track knowledge from last night around here, compared to likes of Peaceful Explosion, DJ Phil and Monkey Boy. Bit of track knowledge. It's Peaceful Explosion navigating the back end of this track. This section here, so like part of sector 2, but most of sector 3. A very twisty section, very left right, uphill as well. Easy to get your braking a bit wrong and just get the car a bit slider. We saw here last night that Gary and Little Leach was very quick in the Porsche, so no Porsches out there so far. Keep your eyes on the time. But there isn't a Cora here tonight. We didn't have Ian Wasaki for this round last night, so there isn't a Cora here. This piece has done a time of 1:46 dead, but is this going to be an improvement lap for him? We wait to see. It's a very long start-finish straight here. A lot of opportunities in the slipstream and a lot of opportunities elsewhere. Peaceful is 9/10 down. Let's jump on board with Monkey Boy. Keeg still in the pits, which is a surprise considering he's in the Bentley, and I thought he'd want to get some lap times in. Mazda's just joined the session as well, so let's see if Mazda jumps on the headset party. An invite was sent to him pending his big news as well, so let's see what he said. His DJ Phil has currently gone second, 2 seconds off of Peaceful Explosion's time. Monkey Boy currently 7 seconds off the pace. 6/10 up this lap though, Monkey Boy. The Acura looks like it can go strong here. Testing with Sutty the other day, and I was managing to get good times in the Acura, so it should be one to watch around the circuit, apart from on that back straight. And down it comes now. So 6/10 up coming through the second sector. He's navigated them final corners nicely. Is he up on his time, or has he lost? Is he not gained that much because of the first part of the track? We didn't quite see the first part of his lap, but he crosses the line now and gains 4.5 seconds, but it's only good enough to put him into third, or to keep him third. DJ Phil, the other man on the track who wasn't here last night, so he's got the tracks to learn. Spoke to DJ Phil just before the race. He said he's confident on tonight's tracks. Looks like he can get some good laps, and his Peaceful Explosion has gone slightly quicker with a 1:45.7. DJ Phil's about to cross the line here. And finds a 10th there, so he's 2.1 off the back of Peaceful Explosion at the moment. Aidan's also out on track, DJ Motorsport teammate. 13 seconds up on his best time. This will be good enough for the fastest time overall here. Nice and easy on the pad there. Just a bit wider than it probably wanted to be on the exit of that corner. Gets it tucked up to the apex there. Just let it run out wide, but not too much so, and he's done that well. Down the straight he comes as Mazda is in the lobby, so let's keep an eye out on his car in just a moment. Keegs is now out on track. We saw Keegs entering the Bentley, and Aidan Bennett coming down the start-finish straight. We've seen him; he was up by 30 seconds. Is this going to be an improvement on his lap time? It is so, and it's going to be good enough to put him on the front row of the grid. Mazda's coming out in the Bentley, and Keegs we know is already out there as well. So not quite sure what Mazda and Keegs is. Oh, he's disconnected. Not sure what that's all about, but not sure what Mazda and Keegs' announcement is. Cockpit view of Welsh's car. He's in the lobby. As Monkey Boy's just gone above DJ Phil's time there. Here's Cam, was on last night as well. Got a bit of testing for Cam. Solid sessions last night. And it's all about looking into next week. It's all about looking and finding that bit of pace that you need, that bit of speed. Try and find some time in places to get onto the back of your rivals going into the season. He's up 4 seconds here, so this will put him not far off the back of Monkey Boys. DJ Phil's gone into second place. Only 8 tenths off of his teammate Aiden, so a good start for this DJ Motorsport team here. What can Cam do as part of Gusset and Trusset? As down the straight he comes now. Long straight. This is where the Lamborghini should be absolute dominant. He goes 4.9 seconds faster, so not far off at the back of Monkey Boy's time. Keegs, I do believe, is on a lap. That Bentley just pursed, doesn't he? That Bentley is absolutely brilliant. He's just lost a bit of the car there. Fastest lap by Aidan Bennett, so he's gone even quicker then. 1.3 ahead of DJ Phil. And you see from on board Keegs just a bit wider than he'd have liked there. Such a heavy car. As Mazda's back in the lobby. Around the final corner Keegs comes now. Let's see what sort of pace he's got. Let's pop the speedo up for you. See what sort of pace he has here. Down the straight, this should be his first time lap in the bag. So it's going to be well to use not set a time, and Mazda when he comes in. That's good enough for 5th fastest at the moment in the Bentley, so clearly time to make up then for Keegs. As Peaceful Explosion's gone quickest, and just as we go to Peaceful Explosion, looks like he's had a bit of a trip into the wall as he's lost a headlight and possibly is carrying a bit of damage here. But he's gone quicker by 1.1 over Aiden, who's coming just to the back end of his lap. That's Cam just in front, so let's see what time Cam can do as Mazda is now back in. So see what lap Cam can do here. Will he improve any in jump? Keegs again. No improvement there. What about Aiden as Aiden crosses line? Yes, just short of half a second to knock that down to 6 tenths. DJ Phil. Oh, just looking at Monkey Boy, seems like he stopped on the last corner here. It's not quite sure why Monkey Boy has stopped there. Peaceful Explosion, don't forget, had the trip into the wall that we didn't see. He's very wide there. He keeps that to DJ Phil's way nicely. As DJ Phil looks like he's going to try and get another quick lap in here. Keegs is just in front, so we'll jump back to DJ Phil in just a second. But can Keegs improve on his time? 4 tenths ahead of Cam, a couple of seconds down on Monkey Boy. So it'll be important to keep up with these lap times here. As he crosses the line now and goes 3.9 seconds quicker, and that's enough to put him into P3. DJ Phil Green then, he crosses the line and finds 3 tenths. Not enough to go back up to P3, but enough to take a place off him. So let's just jump on board with Mazda. Still in the Bentley. But is he in a different Bentley, I wonder? Can't quite tell what Bentley is in. Peaceful Explosion is currently, will find himself in the pit lane then. After a bit of a spin for him. Cam's about to finish another lap. And is he up on his time here where he can start to pull away from... Oh, not pull away from anybody. He's 6th last at the moment. Can he cane on the other couple of drivers in front of him? And down the start line he's going to come now to finish his lap. As Mazda's exiting the pits, he gains another half a second there, does Cam, so that's a good time. Aiden's going into the pits, Mazda's coming out of the pits now, still in the same Bentley. Peaceful Explosion still in his pit box, he's just pulling out now, so that's the end of his pit stop. The lights are fixed. So that's what Peaceful Explosion will be wanting. Keegs will be the next man to finish his lap time, and can he improve on his 1 minute 43.8, currently 1.2 down on Peaceful Explosion's time. The young gun looking to try and find his way towards the front of the pack here. Very good down the straight. Crosses the line and does go quickest overall. So a heck of a time there, as Cam hasn't set a time, so I don't know who the corner in front is. DJ Phil's gone and lost a 10th. Monkey Boy crossed the line, but no improvement from him really. Stealth Sloth's in, so the other MC Motorsport car is in, as Aiden's just coming out of the pits now. So Keegs leads from Peaceful Explosion, just a 10th in it between the Mercedes and the Bentley. Interesting time. That's just going to get faster and faster, you reckon, as the session should get faster and faster as the session goes on. So let's keep an eye on this one then and see what Mazda can do from here. He's obviously on his out lap, so it will be interesting to keep an eye on his timed lap. Someone's just about to cross the line. It's Cam, so let's see who Cam crossed the line. Is he going to gain any time here? Crosses line now, and he's currently 4 seconds down on his time. So we'll jump back to Mazda, obviously on an out lap. Stealth Sloth then joins the session now. So let's see what Mazda can do. Who's that behind him? It's Peaceful Explosion. Is he coming back into the pits? Maybe trying the softer tyre here. Phil's also joined the session, so just in time to get in for a bit of Fuji is Phil. So soft tyre possibly then for Peaceful Explosion, as that's DJ Phil going slightly quicker there, and Keegs not making any time up. We saw Monkey Boy have a spin, so I don't think he's going to find any time. Where's Cam? He's coming up to sector 2. Aiden's coming down the start straight now. Stealth Sloth's coming out the pit lane. So is there any time found then for Aiden Bennett? No time found there. So where's Mazda? On a lap at the moment. Not set one yet. Plenty of time though here to get a good lap in. Still 12.5 minutes remain. Still plenty of chances to get that Bentley and Iron Brew Racing on the front row of the grid. We await the announcement. Not joined the headset party yet, so we still await the announcement. Now down the straight goes Mazda in the Bentley. The power of the Bentley comes. And he goes quickest overall, 1.2 seconds quicker than his teammate Keegs. So that's a heck of a lap time, as Phil's now in the session. Stealth Sloth coming towards the end of his lap. He's got DJ Phil Green right behind him, who's going to finish another lap time here. Oh, just a bit wide there and has backed out of that one. Monkey Boy then will be next on track. Currently 4.3 off the pace here is Monkey Boy. And that's Mazda only setting one lap time. So down the straight we go now then. And Monkey Boy's going to cross the line, but is he going to find any time here? Let's wait to see. Does he find a 2.5 seconds, but it keeps him in P6. Doesn't improve on his time. What does Keegs do? He's no quicker, as we've lost Phil, so hopefully we can get him back in. What about Aiden Bennett? Is he going to go any better? With Kieran Argent has joined. So let's see if we can get Kieran in the voice chat as well. No improvement there from Aiden Bennett. Cam still 6 seconds off the pace. Where's Stealth Sloth? Currently at the back end of the track. DJ Phil's in the pits. Coming into the pits now. So Mazda's going to be the next one to finish a lap time. Mazda seems to be on his own. Nice clear track area. Nice clear space as well on the track to keep his time. And has he improved any on this lap? He does. Another 0.8. So 140.3 here. That's a good time from Mazda in the Bentley. So Stealth Sloth not currently set a lap time yet, but he's looking to. So let's see what sort of lap time he'll set. as Kieran has got himself back in, or got himself in for the first time tonight, sorry. Slough then going to come down the start finish straight now, and he's going to set another lap to his first lap time of the night. So let's see what time he can do. Puts himself into P7. Monkey Boy no faster. Keegs has gone a lot quicker. Cam over the line, no improvement for him. What about Aiden Bennett? Slight improvement for Aiden. Peaceful Explosion's going to cross line, currently 2 seconds off the leaders, and improves by half a second, so a good improvement for him. Who's that at the back of the track? Kieran is out on circuit just behind Monkey Boy. Is that Mazda? Yeah, it is Mazda. All on his own on the circuit at the moment. Kieran missed last week and missed last night due to being away on holiday, so I hope he's had a good holiday. And he's back now, ready for the fight, but has Mazda improved any? No, just 2 attempts down on his time. So no improvement there for him then. Still down on his lap time. I think Slough will be the next one to finish a lap. No. Monkey Boy is leaving the pit, so he must have been in the pit lane then. Keeps coming around the back end of the circuit. There's Kieran. Just trying to find who the next one set a lap time is. It's going to be DJ Phil. Phil's back. No, DJ Phil's going to set a lap, and Phil has just come back into the lobby. So what's DJ Phil going to do here? No improvement. That might be because he came out of the pit lane. The Slough does improve by 3.6 seconds and puts himself just behind Aiden, who is going to be the next guy to cross the line. Now, is there an improvement here for Aiden? No. What about for Cameron then? No improvement for Cam. Kieran on his hot lap now. Keegs looks like he's coming into the pit lane. Peaceful Explosion looks like he's had another trip into the wall. He's took out the opposite headlight this time round. Oh, and he's span going into the pit lane as Peaceful Explosion there. That's not what he'd have wanted. A Mazda coming round now to finish yet another lap. He's really gaining on these cars in front, but 6 tenths down this time. So no better time there for Mazda. Peaceful having to do a 3-point turn with the looks of things in the pit lane. That's not what Peaceful Explosion would have wanted here. So Phil's in the session now. We're up to 11 runners, but Welshie hasn't set a time neither. Kieran on track there. Let's keep an eye on Kieran, see what time he can put in. So the Forever Forward Racing boys are in, the Iron Brew Racing lads are in, the MC Motorsport boys are in. So are the DJ Motorsport lads. One half of the Flatline Racing, Run Flat Racing. Sooty at work, Phil's in for Sooty. And one half of the Flatline Motorsport lads are in Monkey Boy. Gusset and Trusset have half a member in as well with Cameron. So let's see how they can go. But let's keep an eye on Kieran here. See if he can shake off that rust he's not had for a couple of weeks with no racing. And see if he can get back onto the pace straight away. Oh, and he's lit up the rears on the curve there. But I think he's got away with that one. So let's just have a look, see what he'll do. I've not seen any improvements as people have crossed the line already. And down the straight he comes and puts in a time. Only good enough for 8th fastest at the minute. Monkey Boy still not gone on the pace here. He's coming halfway through a lap. Cam behind. He's not gone any quicker. Yeah, Monkey Boy. Quite shocked at that pace from him. He's not really on it pace-wise at the moment. 3.7 off the leaders as Aiden's now coming into the pit lane. Phil is out on track. Here is Phil. Can't really recognise that car apart from its orange strips on the side and on the roof. Lovely looking colour no matter what though. And he's got the young gun Keegs behind him. who will be looking to put some pressure on his teammate here. 9/10 he currently sits behind Mazda. I know he's going to want to get closer than just the 9/10 he is behind, as he's going to cross the line now then, or any time now, and he's going to be right up for getting an improvement. But was he up on his time? We'll have to wait and see. No, he's down by 19 seconds. Not the best laps. Peaceful's in the garage and comes back out now. Aiden's leaving the pits. Stealth Sloth is coming down the start straight and pulls into the pit lane. DJ Phil is also coming down the start straight. Someone's just done a lap, but no improvement from them. Monkey Boy's coming into the pits as well. So let's see if DJ Phil improves. No improvement from DJ Phil. Here comes Cam then. 4 minutes on the clock here. So can Cam improve? And he does, just by a 10th. But it puts him a bit closer to Kieran Argent, who has gone through turn 1. And I didn't see much of an improvement from him. Phil out on track on a lap time now. So we'll see what pace Phil's got. We've seen Phil was very quick around Bruno last week. Set the pace on a drying track in the fog. Can he set the pace in the night at Fuji? As Keeks goes past him, Phil a bit wide there. And Keegs is horribly wide. Don't forget, for the ghosting of the cars, that's for the guys that's joined a bit later, like Phil, won't be able to see Keegs' car in front, so that's why Phil ghosted. Phil will be able to see Keegs. Keegs won't be able to see Phil. But let's see the lap time from Keegs here then. He made a mistake, so I can't imagine he's up much. His teammate's not far behind them, so let's see what pace Phil's going to put on his first timed lap. As he comes down now towards the start-finish line. And crosses the line to go 8 seconds off the pace. First lap, maybe a few mistakes, let Keeks past as well. So we'll have to wait to see. A Mazda has broken into the 139s. That's a heck of a lap from him. He's found 7/10 of a second from somewhere. Heck of a lap from Mazda. He's got 1.7 quicker than Keeks. And that Bentley really is roaring here at the moment. Peaceful Explosion coming down to finish a lap, but it's a lap that won't really improve him as he's come out the pit lane. So let's see what Peaceful Explosion can do here. As he comes across the line now, 24 seconds off the pace. Yeah, well off. Cam crosses the line just down on his time. Here is the Stealth Sloth. Pitted last lap, so I can't imagine he's up much on his time neither. But what a lap from Mazda. He's broken into the 130s mark. No improvement there then. DJ Phil's not coming to it on a lap. Aiden's not finishing his lap. Welsh is out on circuit. So Welsh, you're going to get time for one lap here. Now let's see how quick Welsh can get up to pace then. Who is just behind Welsh on track? It's not Kieran. Peaceful's in the pit, so Peaceful's done for the session. It's not Aiden. It's not the Stealth Sloth. It's not DJ Phil. It's not Monkey Boy. In fact, no, it was Monkey Boy, sorry. So Monkey Boy then will also get another lap in. Phil's going to set his second lap time here. Any quicker from Phil? Yeah, he finds 4 seconds, puts himself up into P8 ahead of Monkey Boy. Mazda Keegs and Peaceful Explosion done for the session then. So we wait to see the next driver coming across the line. Someone just in front of Aiden that will get another lap in. Is that Cam? No, DJ Phil. Yeah, it's DJ Phil who goes up into 5th. No improvement for Aiden then. So good times from them two so far, sitting 4th and 5th ahead of 3 of the pro drivers. So a good sort of time for them. That's a Bentley glitching out in the pits. Kieran finds a 10th there then. Monkey Boy's in the pits. Cam's coming down the straight now. Can Cam find any time whatsoever? Does he find 6/10 of a second? It's not going to move him from 10th place though. Who's coming down the start line now? It's going to be the Stealth Sloth, who's not going to get time to get another lap in. So this will be the first of the finishes then. Let's see what sort of time the Stealth Sloth can do. crosses the line to only finish P7 here then. So where's his teammate? He had one shot at a good lap. Where is his teammate? Let's see his teammate cross the line, and we'll just check the laps. And Welshie crosses the line here to only go P10th. Who's done the most laps? Aidan Bennett and DJ Phil setting the lap times here. Here comes Phil. Is he going to improve on his 144? He does. He goes up into P4. So a good lap time from him. DJ Phil and Aidan now just dropped down to 5th and 6th. But these two using each other. A bit of slipstream here for Aidan. And what's DJ Phil going to do? Is it going to be much of an improvement? Let's see. So no improvement from Phil. No improvement from Aidan as well. There's one more car on a lap. And it is going to be Cam. So Cammy is going to cross the line now, and we'll see what position that's put him in. So Mazda, the only man in a 139s then. Keegs in second, so the Iron Brew Racing lads on pace here, looking quick. Peaceful Explosion sits third with Phil in 4th. Aidan Bennett's come and got 5th place with DJ Phil, his teammate, in 6th. Kieran Argent probably struggling with a bit of rust after being away on holiday. He sits P7. Stealth Sloth in 8th for Monkey Boy, struggling in Nadakora in 9th. Welsh only got one lap in 10th, and Cam bringing up the rear in 11th. As we say, a good evening to Master.
How are we doing?
Yeah, not bad, are you?
Not bad.
That's a hell of a lap time there, mate.
I'm not gonna lie, I tweaked the downforce.
So potential rule changes for, just to explain with what Mazda's on about, potential rule changes coming in. The setups will be possibly about allowed to be used. The admin team are still discussing this for the pro group, not for the pro-am, for the pro group drivers, but only for downforce, fuel and tyres, because we know a few people have requested to start on the soft tyres. It helps them here and there. As well as track limits may be on for the pro-am group, but not for the pro lads. Go on, sorry.
And for that, I was just testing what I wanted to test from yesterday. The downforce, I've changed it from 1 and 7 to 2 and 8, and I've put soft tyres on, and I went low fuel. That's all I've touched, because that's all we're allowed to do, and that's what lap time I can do. This car is a completely different machine from last night, just by changing them downforce and the low fuel and all that blah blah blah.
Just shows what you can do. So we're going to get into a 3-lap race here. The race means nothing, it's all about the lap times in practice. But Welsh is on pole from Monkey Boy. Keegs in the Bentley 3rd with Aidan Bennett 4th. DJ Phil starts 5th with Peaceful Explosion on the 3rd row. Cam and Mazda on row 4 in 7th and 8th. Self-Sloth in 9th with Kieran Argent in 10th on row 5, and Phil at the back on his own.
Alright then, so quick, what's we got to start on? Have we got to start on softs or hards?
Well, I think this was the discussion, wasn't it, in the admin chat. I think we've had a few people from the Pro League ask to start on the soft tyre. I know
during that night race, that night session we just had, soft tyres are the best for that. Hard tyres you just don't find the grip whatsoever.
Softs just seem to turn on a bit better. I know the biggest guy who's asked about the tyres is Peaceful Explosion.
Yeah, that's what he's on about. I'm just asking for him.
Every session. I think it's a case of, you know, whatever tyre you want to.
Right,
and it's lights out and away we go here, and Peaceful Explosion, you'll see there in the silver and blue Mercedes, has got an absolute great start, but he's going to have to work hard to get past Monkey Boy and Welshie. Aidan Bennett looking up the inside. Are we going to be clean into turn 1? Mazda looks like he's going to get sandwiched, and Welshie a span. Peaceful taps in. Monkey Boy's very wide, and I think Welshie lost that all on his own there.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
And it's a great start for Keegs, who currently leads this race then in his Bentley. Kieran's up into P2, so good start for him. And look at these, they're all side by side. Monkey Boy's gone down to third. Tell you who's had the best start. Phil's come from the back of the grid and currently sits P5 in his Lamborghini. Really on the back of the Bentley, but you see the difference in the Bentley around here. Phil being on the outside, he's not been able to do as much. Cam looking up the inside of Phil, and it's all clean. In fact, Cam just taps Phil, and Phil goes round. A tap from Cam, probably a bit optimistic. And round he goes. Stealth Sloth's had a spin as well. There's DJ Phil. But up front, it's the Bentley of Keegs who leads, from Kieran in second. Under pressure from Monkey Boy as they touch side by side. And this could allow Mazda in, but he's going to have to take the longer route round here. Unless he can keep it up at the inside of Kieran and Monkey Boy. And Monkey Boy says no. But he's drifted out wide. And Mazda now has his nose up the inside and gets the corner done. But Monkey Boy on the cutback. And Peaceful Explosion looks like he's going to try and follow through. But can't there. Is he going to send one up the inside? No. This could be a big battle next season in terms of the Pro Group. Look at these three different manufacturers as Peaceful's lost the rear of the car. And round he spins. Three different manufacturers was battling there. There is still three manufacturers, but one of them's a Pro-Am driver in Chris. Look at the speed the Lamborghini's got. Let's see him in the slipstream on that Bentley. The Bentley's like a tank, but the Lamborghini's so slick, so smooth in that slipstream, but he can't seem to find a way through, and he's actually lost time putting a few wheels on the grass.
I've lost speed.
I've got to catch my breath here. As just in the background, there's Aiden all over the back of Cam, with Phil following in the background as well. Language.
Sorry, I apologise.
And Aiden sends one up the inside. Kieran spins round. There's Mazda. That's probably what happened.
No,
Monkey Boy looked involved as well.
I've just sent it.
Keegs has a lead over Welsh Senior. The two Scottish lads 1-2 at the moment, with Monkey Boy for Flatline Motorsport in third. Kieran's now sitting fourth.
I'm going to go back to what I was on about. Sorry, Matt.
Yeah, you go
I'm on hard tyres and I'm struggling.
So you feel that the soft tyre switches on round Fuji better?
Yeah, the soft tyres work. Look, I'm dancing.
Well, Phil at the minute back up to P5 and has Aiden behind him in 6th. Mazda's all the way down in 7th place. And he's got DJ Phil on his tail. And DJ Phil in that Lamborghini looks like he's no slouch here, although he has just ran wide. Look at the battle for 4th place. Well, this is for 3rd place, actually. Monkey Boy's not too far in front of Kieran. Kieran would love to be on the podium in his first race back. As that looked like Aiden was a bit sideways there. And Phil's looking up the inside of Kieran, and Kieran sort of turns in as Phil was up the inside. Kieran's had to run wide. Phil gives him the place back. And they both probably lose a bit of time there. And Monkey Boy can now think of stretching his legs. Keegs well out in front. 2 seconds is the gap between him and Welshie as they head down the straight and start lap 3. There comes Welshie then. A bit quicker than Keegs on the last lap. Here's Monkey Boy. Phil making a move on Kieran and gets it done before turn 1. Just better of the late breakers. Cam must have retired from the race, Jamie, in chat, because he was out there. He's not now. Mazda's also passed Kieran, so has Kieran had a spin? He has, and he's also off with his teammate Peaceful Explosions to the Mercedes. Not getting round turn 1 very well, and the Stealth Sloth looks like he's going to try and pick up the pieces here. Phil now, though, on the final lap, under pressure from Monkey Boy. The Acura seems a bit better around this part of the track than the Lamborghini. But the minute the Lamborghini gets to say here, all the main straight, he can really stretch his legs and really put the pace on. And what's happened to Keegs, as he must have spanned somewhere as well. She leads by 7/10 of a second. So it's gone horribly wrong for Iron Brew Racing, and MC Motorsport could pick up the first win of the season. Keegs late on the brakes, and look, late on the brakes. Look how much he gains on Welshie there. Could we see the Scottish shove come out? And Welshie looks like he's ran a bit wide, and Keegs tried to get up the inside. Keegs all over the back of him. There is a bit of the Scottish shove from Keegs on his dad.
Yeah, I'm spun.
Welshie really holding his own here as we're on to lap 3. He's ran a bit wider than he'd have liked, and is that going to give Keegs the opportunity? Got to think of an overtake into the final corner, but Welshie smart, keeps it tight, runs out wide, and Keegs will have a run. Welshie's trying to come back across, but there is Keegs, both in the yellow liveries. I think the Lamborghini's going to have the legs on the Bentley, and I think it's going to be a win here for Welshie. But Keegs is coming right back at him, and he's up the inside and leads here on the final part of the track. And who's going to get this? Keegs or Welshie? I think Keegs has done him. He does, from Welshie, with Monkey Boy really close in 3rd. Phil not far off in 4th. DJ Phil's going to take 5th from Kieran Argent 6th. Self-Soft comes back into 7th. Mazda, horrible race for him after such a good practice session, is going to take P8. Peaceful Explosion, not the race he'd have wanted, is going to take P9, and Aidan Bennett comes home 10th. We lost Cam from that race, but what a finish at the end. Keegs wins it by 0.08 of a second, 0.3 ahead of Monkey Boy and 0.9 ahead of Phil. Fantastic opening race, and these races mean nothing. Let's just confirm that Aidan Bennett retired, that Cam retired. There it is. So then, are you sharing the news with us now, or?
I wouldn't say it's big news, mate. It's just news, isn't it?
I don't know. The way you said it in a group chat this morning. Kieran's been asking all day. I've asked once or twice. I'd say it's big news.
I wouldn't say it's big news, but we've been talking, me and my teammate, and depending on what game on cars you drive, well, I say what game you on next season, me and Kings have signed another contract to be teammates already. Oh,
so just confirming that you'll be sticking together?
Yes, for another season, for season 2.
So you heard it there then?
It's no big, but you know, we've been speaking.
Sticking together for a second season are the Iron Brew Racing boys. Is that a wise choice? We'll come and see.
Of course it's a wise choice. I have full potential and faith in my teammate. What he's just shown me there, I'm looking interested. And I hope he has faith in me. So
we're just going to try and get Kieran Argent in the chat. The league that should not be named.
And then that late breaking move he did on me.
Oh yes, he was appeared as a filler in a race, I do believe, and he decided to break late at Alton Park, I think.
I think it was, yes.
Kieran's just put in a group chat. After all that, they've agreed to be teammates next season. Hand on face. I'm not going to lie, I did try and get it out of Keegs a bit earlier, and all I got from Keegs was, if it's what I think it is, I'm not telling you. And I says, well, what is it that you think? I says, well, what else could it be then if it's not what you're thinking of? And he says, well, I'm not telling you that just in case it's not. So I got nothing from Keegs, like I got nothing from you earlier. As Kieran Argent joins us now. Good evening to you, and did you have a nice holiday?
Yeah, not too bad. Glad to be back.
Good. I think someone owes you an apology in just a moment. The send it from a million moons away. I think he owes you an apology.
Yes, I apologise for that, mate. I just couldn't stop.
I was playing the key on the lobby. I was looking to get him on the cutback. So I broke the blade they needed, and I was looking to drive up the inside and he ran wide. And next thing I got the car up the inside, and it's like, where'd he come from?
Yeah, I come from the long way. I tried slamming on brakes and I weren't slowing. I just thought,
I think I've
already committed, so I was like, I'm just gonna go now. Right.
Just drive to like the inside like I did at what was it, Alton Park at that time.
Yeah,
God knows I didn't hit one in that Porsche race. Literally dived onto the grass and went straight on. Or like the MotoGP race a couple of weeks ago, Red Bull Ring.
Yes.
If I'm right, this goes from wet to fog to dry.
Is it wet?
Wet, rain,
okay.
Rain to fog with rain to sun.
And it's one of the ones where you potentially stop again for drive at the end.
Yeah. So then, did you stay tuned for the news there? The big news we got told on the group chat earlier.
After all that.
They've signed a new contract. Woo!
Hey, big, like I said, it is a valid contract. Obviously, we've got the COVID, the COVID stuff, so we can't do it face to face. So I would have loved to. So it was done over. Yeah.
Long drive.
What we're talking, face to face, you're taking him a football shirt and a scarf to hold up above his head. A bit like a football shirt contract signing.
Yes, mate.
Although knowing Keegs, when he signs his contracts, he's probably just partying while he's putting pen to paper. Bit of a part on the selfie.
Well, leave Guardian.
Yeah.
Ooh, it's raining, so I need to think.
Keegs isn't legally allowed to get a taxi or anything, so Chris has got to bring him down. A Bentley t-shirt, Keegs says in the chat. Keegan Walsh says we're allowed to change the downforce yet. So we are just trialling something tonight. Downforce, tyres and fuel you're allowed to change. This could be a thing brought into the pro category, not necessarily the pro-am category. Admin are discussing it.
Slow land on the back straight.
And it will be announced shortly what will be the rules and not. As Dean Wasocki has joined the session, I think he will join the headset party. He has just messaged me saying that the wife has the hairdryer on, so he's not going to just plug the headset in just yet. Wife? I don't think he's married, I think just partner actually. But yeah, we're on board with Welshire here, as you see. We're at Monza, it's in the wet. Gary said last night, why are we going from Italy to Portugal back to Italy? That's the way it works, Gary, unfortunately. But what this means as well is that we've got both of the Flatline Motorsport guys in the session. So we'll see what them boys can do when Dean does get on, as Welshie passes his teammate from MC Motorsport there then.
But I must admit, I do think running full downforce might help in the rain.
Yeah, I think you might be right with that one.
But, like you say, do you run full downforce in the rain because you know the track's going to be dry later?
Well, one thing Gary said, I spoke to Gary today, one thing Gary said was that the Porsche loved the greasy conditions. So, I don't think Gary's one to change... or did he say it on the stream as well last night?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was speaking with him earlier, we were playing cricket, and he says the Porsche really came alive when it was in that crossover zone from wet to dry, so...
Yeah.
Jamie
well, to be fair... Sorry.
No,
to be fair, I didn't know that the Bentley is the only car that I've known to work on soft tyres.
Oh,
every car that I've tried just does not work.
No, I found out on Red Bull Ring actually. The soft tyres don't have as much turn as the more harder tyres.
Mazda?
Yes. Jamie
Brazier has said he wants a contract signing video with both of them drinking an Iron Brew after they sign a contract.
Well, it's Iron Brew Energy, mate. That's the new that's the drink we're drinking.
So what we may have to do is just get a little live video going with you and Keegs, just signing a piece of paper and a can of Iron Brew, or a bottle of Iron Brew, whatever. Put it in the group just to make it official. Sutty in the chat says, "Go on, Phil. Sorry, I can't make it. I'm grafting." You're not grafting that hard if you sat on here watching this, then, buddy, are you? That's not a lot of grafting. Just to let you know, Sutty, while you are here, I know this is a bit off topic and off a SimPlay. We've got to re-race at Spain on Formula 1. You left and it host migrated, so it disconnected me. So we've got to redo Spain apparently. So we'll get on that when you're next on. Me and Sutty just set one up. It's just a bit of a giggle for me and him, because nobody's been on a lot. So obviously we were away, Gary back at work, and others doing other bits. Me and Sutty just was on and just set one up for me and him. But obviously you're welcome to join in. And we did Barcelona yesterday, and Sutty crashed out the race. Went, "Oh, I'm going now, Matt. I'm going to go back to bed before I go on night shift." I went, "Yeah, no problem, mate." And then I turned around 2 corners and it said host migration, and I'm like, I'm sure I'm the host. But Sutty left and it kicked me, so we've got to redo Catalonia. So just going through the times at the moment then, Kieran Argent currently is your quickest man on track, a 10th ahead of his teammate Peaceful Explosion. Funny thing about Peaceful is he found last week in practice he was getting the pace, and then when it comes to little 3-lap races at the end, he'd struggle just getting word. Dean cannot get into the session, so I'm just going to sort
people off at the second to last chicane.
So what, sorry?
After Levno, there's a few cars off in the gravel. I don't know who they are. I think my teammate's one of them.
Yeah, Peaceful did have a spin there. As you see, Mazda all twitching out of shape there. So Peaceful's in second. Welsh is currently in third place with the Stealth Sloth running fourth. He's just finished a lap time. Let's get the track map up for you now. Monkey Boy sits fifth. A car that may struggle here, the Acura. Maybe a car that struggles with such top speed straight lines, but in the wet could be a one to watch. Crosses line doesn't improve. Aiden's just got himself up into P4. Phil's now gone into fifth. Peaceful, no improvement from him as he span. Master's not set a lap time yet.
Dean's just come on apparently. Nicely.
Yeah. Oh, and we see Aiden just spinning out there. Keegs and DJ Phil in the pit lane. Dean leaving and joining. So I'm wondering if Dean's still having the same problem. We'll see if we can get that sorted. If that's the case,
a big puddle forming on the inside of Curva Grande before.
Yeah, no, there was last night. There was also the third chicane's Ascari, isn't it?
Yeah.
There was a big puddle on the final part of Ascari, and then the inside of Parabolica.
Ah, this car does not like the rain. Although I've got damage.
I think we may have to do a contract signing this weekend then before Le Mans, Mazda. What do we say?
Yeah,
you've got your Bentley. You've got your Bentley. You bought a Bentley shirt, didn't you? Oh no, you bought Lamborghini because you thought you was racing that one.
Yeah. Well, I am spoke to the missus when the Bentley shirt might be allowed.
So you've heard it here first, lads. The boss has approved it.
Yep.
It's been approved by the boss, so the Bentley shirt will be on its way, no doubt, soon enough. Keegs will just have to get a piece of paper and write Bentley on it and stick it to his t-shirt. That's what you can do for now. Look, why not? Get a post-it note, just put it on the where the badge would be. Just write Bentley. Aiden we see in the pits, Keegs and DJ Phil now out on track. As we see Kieran Argent spin, there's Monkey Boy coincidentally parked at Ascari chicane as well. So where's Mazda on track? He's not had lap time yet. He's just coming through to the second chicane.
Yeah, it's just getting a bit too wet now.
Is anyone able to just pit and invite Dean back in? Because he's not letting him join. I'm not quite sure why that is. Keegs is in the pit, so I think Keegs might be sending the invite out.
Oh, there's a puddle there.
There's a puddle under the bridge. I tell you where Dean is. I was on board with Dean last night, and he's just hit the puddle you hit, and it sent him straight into the Arnco. Exactly where you did, but sent him straight into the barrier on the inside as well. So, not what he'd have been wanted. Yeah, Dean's having a problem. It's saying just waiting all the time. It's not letting him press join. So hopefully that can be sorted if we see Mazda cut across the chicane. The fog's come now with 20 minutes remaining. So the sun is all we need here. DJ Phil, Mazda and Keegs not set a lap time yet. With Kieran Argent, Welsh and Stealth Sloth, Kieran Argent, Stealth Sloth and Aiden in the pits. Peaceful Explosion is your quickest man on track. Only 700ths quicker than Phil at the moment. With Kieran Argent just half a second behind the top three, all from the pro category. The other pro category lads is Monkey Boy down in 7th. Mazda 9th, who's just set a time not that quick at the minute. And Keegs in 10th.
But did you say we can play with downforce? I remember reading
downforce is downforce, fuel and tyres.
I remember reading fuel and tyres earlier, so I thought I'd ask. Oh.
It's not letting him in at all, so I'll just told Dean to close the game and reload it and go from there, because I can't send invites out as race director. So we're on board with Keegs and we see him absolutely bin it there, just clipping a puddle. Here's Peaceful Explosion coming out the Parabolica, and is he going to find any more time in the fog and the wet? The Mercedes looks a good car here, currently first and third, one in the pits, one out on track.
Right there.
And he's 16 seconds down on his time. Where's Phil? Phil's coming into the first chicane now. So no time gained for him. Welshie coming up to a Ascari chicane here. clips the sausage curve as well, so he's 26 seconds down, so no improvement for him. Still Sloth all out of trouble. Oh, can't really see a lot in the fog on the camera view, but on board it's not too bad, not too shabby at the minute. As you see, there's the Bentley of Mazda. Just in the background you start to see the Lamborghini appear here. This could make for some interesting racing as we go forward. And we see Stealth Sloth lose it there. So here's Cam now. Currently sitting P7, 5.5 seconds off of Peaceful Explosion's time. Just giving himself some room around the first Lesmo. Puddle on the inside, and he's going to get to the second Lesmo now. DJ Phil still not set a time. He's back out the pits through the second Lesmo. There is Phil on the grass, or the gravel. Now, just round this little left-hand kink. Just keep your head a bit wider than you would normally, because there is a great puddle on the inside down under the bridge where the other puddle starts to build, and he takes that well, does Cam. Oh, we've just jumped on board Aiden, so let's go back to Cam then, as Mazda's moved himself up into 6th place, currently 1.9 off the pace at the moment. Welshie and Stealth Sloth, the two that are from the Pro-Am category to be.
Dean's joined again.
For those of you watching the channel and not subscribed, please subscribe to the channel to keep up to date with the live videos, the live streams, and maybe some driver interviews coming your way as well within the next week. Also give the video a big thumbs up, and in the description, if you're interested in getting in touch to race, to join the league and race, there's a link in the description. If not, there is also a link to the page to keep you up to date with all the action. Yeah, we've lost Keegs. Not sure. I don't know if we can get Dean in. Let's see. He's just typing a message on Facebook now. Sutty in the chat says, "Evening. Come on, Phil. Remember where the puddles are and to let me know." Keegs has rejoined now.
Sutty, they're everywhere, mate. They're everywhere.
Still not let Dean on apparently. So let's see if it lets Keegs back in. Keegs, if you're there, mate, just try and send in another invite from inside the lobby, please, bud. Not sure why it's doing that.
Did you set it enough to enough people? You haven't put it.
Yeah, no, I've put the full lot on because I had to redo it because I set it up wrong to start with, and it wouldn't let Peaceful Explosion in.
I made that mistake before in another league. Only setting it to 8 people with a all 16 lobby grid.
It's saying waiting for me as well. I'm going to let it load. Keegs, just in the thing, top for the drivers list. Is it out of 16 drivers?
It's out of 10.
It says that. Jamie Brazy says tell Dean to turn his PS4 on and off. Although it's not letting Keegs in now. So is it out of 16? Is it, Keegs? You've put yeah, and I don't know if that means yes it is or not.
Yeah, if it's Keegs, then it means yeah.
At least you understand him. That's probably why you're saying is his teammate next season. It's the game, not the PS4. So Dean's left the session. We'll hopefully try and get Dean and Keegs back in. Maybe a case of just doing a different lobby after the race. There's 14 minutes left of this session. And here comes Cam then, round the parabolica to finish his lap. DJ Phil's finally got a time in. Monkey Boy off the pace again here in P9 at the moment in the Honda. It is out of 16, he says, so should be letting Keegs and Dean in. I'm not quite sure why it's not. Don't know if Dean's on the headset yet, able to talk. Keegs has left the session to come back in, so no improvement from Cam. Peaceful still quickest by 700ths of a second. If we have to create another lobby at the end, we'll do so. We'll try and get everybody in that is here.
Hit that paddle again.
It looks to me like the rain has stopped and that the fog is slowly clearing here.
It is, yeah, I'd agree.
Aiden's in the pits and Welshie's in the pits. Mazda's split the two MC Motorsport guys. Currently 9/10 separate the top 5 here. Welshie doing a fantastic lap. As Dean Wasaki joins us on the headset, mate, we're going to try and get you and Keegs back in because Keegs is disconnected. He's got the same problem as you now. Does the lobby say 16 out of 6? Summertard 16 above the top of the drivers? Keegs says it does.
Mine says 0/16.
Yeah, so there's something wrong with the lobby. It's not registering anything. So we'll try and get used to it as soon as possible. As we see one of the DJ Motorsport cars spinning round on the back straight. We're on board with Peaceful now. Let's see if he can gain anything on his time here, coming through the Parabolica. Looking at the lap times, Mazda, obviously you're just off the back of Welsh. Keegs ain't in the session anymore. Monkey Boy struggling with pace here. Currently 6 seconds off the pace, and he's 4 seconds off of your pace. So the Acura not showing its true colours at the moment.
It's definitely not, pal. I don't know why, because that is normally a good car in the rain.
Yeah, Monkey Boy obviously struggling here as we see Phil coming through the second Lesmo. Taking it nice and beautifully there. And as he comes down under the bridge, watch out for that puddle that's down there. You see it all the way across. And the sun now starting to come out as the fog lifts with 12 minutes remaining. Yes, Phil, says Sutty in the chat. Round Ascari, beautifully done. Currently 10 seconds down on his time. That might be because the track is just getting wet. So we'll see when the drivers are going to start to be brave and pull the trigger on the dry tyre. I think it was Daniel and Dean that pulled the trigger last night.
I don't know how I kept that out of the barrier, but I did.
Welshie, Mazda, Aiden, Monk, and DJ Phil, sorry, in the pits. Sutty says, look at that car, beautiful, as we're on board with Phil. Keegsem denies that and says that the Bentley looks better. Some dry parts are already on the track.
Down under that bridge before it's going.
Got to admit that Acura looks best.
Bentley all day long.
No, sir. No time gain there for Phil. Now, where is Kieran? He's there at the exit to the Ascari chicane in the gravel. And that sounded like his teammate Utspan as well. And he did. So the two forever forward racing. Wasn't facing forward there. He was facing the wrong way.
I hit a puddle in Ascari and then I don't know what happened to my teammate. But...
Stealth Sloth coming down the start finish line now for MC Motorsport in the bright yellow Lamborghini, but with the blue trim. Crosses the line. Is only 1.5 seconds down here. Where's Aiden? He's just coming through the first chicane round the long right hander. Cam's coming down the back straight, so let's see if Cam can improve on his time. While we wait, let's look who's done the most laps so far. Peaceful and Phil have done 8 between them and Stealth Sloth. So's Cam and Monkey Boy as well. Currently Aiden Bennett, DJ Phil only done 3. Mazda and Kieran are on 6 with Welshie only doing 5 laps. Welshie, Kieran and Mazda in the pit, so is DJ Phil. Cam's going to cross the line now, and is there any improvement as the sun's coming out and the track looks like it's drying? No improvement from Cam there. Where's Monkey Boy? He's coming down the back straight. Can he find an improvement? That Acura struggling here at the moment. Who's going to trigger the dry tyres? Are any of the 4 in the pits at the minute going to trigger them? Kieran, as you heard there, is on them. I presume the softs as well.
Yeah, soft.
Yeah.
I just feel like if I do another lap, I'm not going to. I've already ruined my lap that time anyway. So if I do another lap in pit, I've lost 2.5 minutes.
Yeah.
For nothing.
DJ Phil's out the pits. We'll see if he's on dry tyres or slick tyres. As Monkey Boy improves by 2/10, was 1.4 down coming through set 2, and has gained 2/10 just coming down the back straight round the Parabolica and down the start straight.
Yeah,
so Monkey Boy
car.
finding time. Yeah, just noticed that Phil has just gone even quicker. So the time started to come down now. The gap was 9/10 between the top 5. Phil has near enough gained a second there. So a cracking lap from him. There's Peaceful Explosion. Coming around to Ascari chicane. Down under the bridge he comes. And is it time for the slicks? Kieran's on them. We'll see whether Welshie and Mazda come on them.
I'm not getting any heat.
Mazda's probably... Oh, and Peaceful's lost it through Ascari. And again, the forever forward car is facing not forward. That joke may get a bit old throughout this season.
Yeah, get it out of the way now.
Yeah. As Cam comes through Ascari, and there's no problems there for Cam's Lamborghini.
Wow, okay.
So Mazda's out on track. Are you on slicks, Mazda?
Yeah, I'm on tricks.
He's on the slicks. Cam coming down the straight. Let's see if Cam can get a good time in here and gain. He needs to find 2.5 seconds here. Stealth Sloth goes back into the pits. So both MC Motorsport lads sit in the pits currently. Well, she'll take a P4. Good good time there for Welshie. And Cam's going to come down the start line now and finish his lap time. Peaceful's back in the pits as well. He's only half a second down. Where's Phil Green? Coming through the Ascari chicane. Jamie Brace has just renamed them to Team Forever Facing Backwards. Yeah, that could be the name as the season comes to it, depending on how much they spin in the wet. And we see DJ Phil gaining 2.1. So has he put the slick tyres on, or is he still on the wets? We see Mazda here then, coming under the bridge.
Parabolica, the dry line appearing.
Yeah, I was going to say it looks dry coming through the Parabolica onto the main straight. So Mazda not on a timed lap yet. Michael Matthews, aka Peaceful Explosion, says I always am facing backwards at some point. Lol. So maybe we could rebrand the team. If you didn't notice yesterday, those who was watching like the Facebook page, an afternoon's worth of work to get the pictures uploaded of the teams with their colours and driver name and team name underneath the photo. And then, as I'd done all that, Master and Keegs then decided to worry me and test the Audi, and was potentially thinking about changing the car as we see Master coming down the straight now then. Phil's up on his time here and has Monkey Boy just in front. Monkey Boy sitting P8 at the moment. Welshie the only car in the pits. It still looks quite wet through the Lesmos as we see Monkey Boy and Phil both very, very wide. Still a lot of spray at the Lesmo 1 and Lesmo 2.
Still trying to get heat in the tyres, if anything.
Oh, Monkey Boy going through that puddle where Dean went through yesterday, went straight into the Armco, and good job he wasn't going at full pace there, because that could have ended up the same way. Keeg says, nah, Bentley all the way, we don't need no Audi. Look at Phil really pushing it 2/10 up, so he has lost some time after sector 1. You see Monkey Boy spinning round in the background and Stowe Sloth manages to avoid him, and there's Kieran Argent again having problems with Ascari and somehow in the background absolutely does fantastic to avoid Monkey Boy. It was nearly Team Forever facing backwards again there, but
Forever T-boned.
Monkey Boy kept perfectly still as Kieran come flying through. So Phil looks like he's up. Oh, he's up on his time and he's going to dive into the pit. So that clearly then is for slick tyres. Let's see Kieran Argent. Not a lot of spray off the back of that Mercedes. Still a bit, but not a great deal. Drying up with just under 6 minutes remaining here in the practice session and no improvement for him. Welshie's out on track. Where's Mazda? He's coming down the back straights. Let's see what he can do. How much, if he's down, how much by? Bearing in mind he is on the slick tyre.
That to hit a paddle went straight on.
What I like about the Bentley is on the front of the grille it says your car number.
Does it?
It does. In the front of the grille it's got 37. It's nice that.
Yeah.
Kieran, Jamie Brazier says in chat, was that a Code Brown moment?
What one? The end
The
of the straight or
the Monkey Boy one.
I'd have hit the brakes and you're going about being my time being up.
Here Mazda has then improved and goes 6/10 off the back of Phil. Where's Peaceful Explosion? Coming into the two Lesmos now, currently 1.5 down. Welshie's coming through Ascari. There's Cam just about to finish a lap, so let's jump on with Cam and see if he's going to gain any time. Currently 3.9 off the leader of Phil. Monkey Boy still 5.5 seconds down on Phil's time. Cam's going to come into the pits, so we'll jump back to Welshie then and see what he's going to do. Cam and Aidan Bennett in the pits then, and here comes Welshie, who's going to dive into the pits. Who's next on the list of cars to finish a lap time? Well, it's not Phil as we jump on Phil, and he's just gone around. It's not Peaceful, is it?
Approaching Parabolica if you need.
Yeah, there's a car on in front of him. It is Stealth Sloth, so we'll jump on the Stealth Sloth, who's just in front of Peaceful Explosion. Out the Parabolica, down the pit straight now. Well, down the start straight now, should I say. And he's going to cross the line here and improve by 1.7 to go 4th. So Peaceful Explosion then, what can he do? Is he going to improve on his lap time? No improvement for him. What about Kieran Argent? Is he going to improve here?
Down. I went off a bit, Lesmos.
Oh, big moment then for Kieran, down coming around the Lesmos. Where's DJ Phil? That's not him. It's Mazda who's going to complete the next lap. Needs to find 6/10 if he's going to get ahead of the Lamborghini of Phil at the moment. Setting the pace here at Monza and crosses the line and doesn't find 6/10. Finds 2.3 seconds. So he's gone 1.7 quicker than anybody at the moment. Absolutely fantastic lap. Phil then's going to cross the line. He's currently 12 seconds down on the leaders. What time is he going to do here? Mazda really finding pace in this Bentley. No improvement for him. Where's Monkey Boy? Oh, he's round at Parabolica again. So not the race for, or not the practice session, should I say, for Monkey Boy here then. Really struggling in that Acura. So 2 minutes 40 remaining. I think all drivers may be on the wet, the dry tyre here.
Don't go in front of me, please. Oh, why? I'm 4/10 up.
As looks like Cam's in Mazda's way there, and a flash of the lights from Mazda. This is the trouble you face, isn't it, Mazda, with Pro and Pro-Am drivers on the same bit of road.
It is, but he ain't backing off.
No, he's within his own rights to keep his. Let's have a look at this coming into Ascari as he hit the puddle, and put it this way, you nearly went off there as he hit the puddle and just kind of went in your direction a bit, but managed to hold it well. There's the Bentley then of Mazda coming through Ascari with Cam just behind Mazda, still 2/10 up on his time here. Stovsloff's gone into seconds. That's a heck of a lap from him.
The car of a Parabolica.
Here comes Mazda now at the outside of Parabolica. And down the start-finish straight he goes. He was 2/10 up coming through sector 2. Has he found any more time in the final sector? He has. He's found 6/10, so goes back quickest, or stays quickest, but improves it by even more. Cam still currently sits 7th. Where is Monkey Boy coming through Ascari? Managing to hold that car. And he's 2 point something seconds up here. Got Welshie just behind him, so let's see what this Acura can do. Is he going to improve any as he comes around the final part of the lap? Just a Parabolica to go. And he gets it in and round, and now can be flat out for the rest of Parabolica. And he drifts out wide like the racing line is. And down the start finish straight he goes now. So if he's up from what he was from his sector, he could go into P7 here. And he goes 3.8 quicker, so jumps in front of Welshie, who's just behind him on track, currently 4.1 now off the pace. Peaceful Explosions in the pit, so is DJ Phil, so they won't get another lap in. Who's coming round towards the Parabolica now? It is the Stealth Sloth.
That Ascari puddle is getting on my nerves.
And the Stealth Sloth then takes the Parabolica. Absolutely brilliant here. Now let's see what he can do.
When,
you're joking.
Had a head-on collision.
You're joking.
The Stealth Sloth doesn't improve on his final run. Where's Kieran Argent? He's not the next man on track. I think it's going to be Aiden. It is. With Mazda right behind him. Phil is only half a second off of Mazda. Aiden's ran very wide, so let's see Mazda's time then. And then we'll jump back to Aiden's. Is Mazda going to improve any?
Oh, 3 seconds
yes.
puddle to Ascari. So I'm not even going to...
What does Mazda improve here? Goes well quicker. Aiden stays in P9. Where's Cam?
I just got disqualified.
Cam goes up into P5, so a good lap time from him.
I basically pulled over and let someone pass and then spun and went back into pits.
You spin backwards into pits.
I was moving out of the way of people coming behind me, and next thing you know, I'm facing the wrong way in the pits.
Monkey Boy then coming up to the final corner, and round he comes now.
I was going to say, lads, downforce is definitely working for this Bentley.
And here comes Monkey Boy. Is that something Monkey Boy could do with playing with them, the downforce on the Acura maybe?
That's the thing, is he trying stable? Because in that car, stable...
No, stable doesn't work in the Acura.
I think I think that the best way to put that car is it's like the rookies, isn't it?
And I
They
tell you
was
what,
more like loose.
Mazda was up so much on his time, but he's been beaten by 0.08 of a second from Phil. What a lap from Phil Welsh. He went third at the end. And again, you cannot separate the MC Motor
Matt, your mic's muted.
headset there. Yeah, I'll plug my headset.
mate.
You cannot separate the MC Motorsport lads there. Third and fourth for them too. Monkey Boy sits P5, so a good session for him in the end. Still struggling. He's ahead of Kieran Argent, who just couldn't get a lap in on the dry tyres. Cam up into P7. Peaceful. Probably the biggest surprise, struggling that far down the order with Aidan Bennett and DJ Phil Green 9th and 10th. As we wait
You want to play with
to
downforce.
load.
You want to play with downforce. It works. I went from 2 and 8 in the rain, and I've gone like 1 in something. I'm not going to give out my full downforce, but yeah. You just play with that. Them two make a difference for the car completely. But it's Monza though, isn't it? Monza's that track where you want downforce, but you also need speed.
Yeah.
So you don't know which way to go, and I think with the rain, that's your problem, isn't it?
Not quite sure what's wrong with the session here, as we are. It's still loading on my screen. I don't know if you guys have the return to lobby.
I've got return to Race Central.
Yeah.
That's what I've got.
I've not got the return to lobby, but yeah, it's still loading it as if we're struggling. So we may have to just back out
And chuck a race on.
and well, we may as well just get into the next session, aren't we? Just get into the next track.
Oh, you would, yeah.
Yeah, I would.
It's not that track I don't like, I don't think.
It is. It's Algarve.
Yeah, it's the track I hate.
Algarve, Kieran. Pronounce it wrong, mate.
I was just checking you, make sure you didn't want to repeat.
Did you not watch the stream last night? I pronounced it perfectly last night.
I'm waiting for it. I'm waiting for the flip up, I must admit.
Yeah, we're going to back out. Kieran, do you mind setting up a new session?
It should be all the same setting, shouldn't it? If you've
It will be, yeah, to be on the same session. You'll just need to make sure the practice is 30 minutes, and then I'll talk you through the weather for it, because I don't want to close the game and it stops the broadcast.
Yeah,
As this just isn't loading at the minute, and then we can send the invites out. So just be patient with us.
The game, it'll still. Oh no, maybe not actually.
No, I've got to close the game completely because I can't. I'm waiting for it to return to lobby, and it's just not loading. So we'll take a quick short break. So bear with us for just a couple of minutes while we get this sorted. Bit of a project cars can be temperamental at times, and it's having one of them moments where it is being a bit temperamental. So while we do that, Dean, are you back?
Yeah.
Obviously Monkey Boy seemed to struggle around Monza. The Acura being. Oh, sorry. Let me just get these weather slots sorted first, and then I'll come back to that question, Dean.
Yep.
So it's 3 weather slots: light cloud, light rain, and then fog.
Light cloud.
Light rain.
Light rain and then fog.
Fog, yeah, just normal fog. So going back to my question, Dean, you and Monkey Boy, obviously the Acura. Every car on track is different. Probably lacks a bit in top speed on the straights. Is that probably why Monkey Boy struggled around Monza, such a quick track?
I think so, yeah.
Phil in the chat says, alright Sooty lad, plenty of graft, get it done tonight. Sooty, best get back to it. Mazda, again, a similar question to you. The Bentley seems to lack in a bit of top speed compared to like the Mercedes and the Lamborghini, but you've put a time in there which is quite, you know, on the pace. I'm looking at the sector times here, up in sectors 2 and 3, but that first sector is the one that's hurt you.
Yeah, I'm guessing it's, well, I'm messing up the first chicane, because that's like the make or break, isn't it? You know if you're going to get a good lap, a good first sector if you can time that, but I weren't doing my best.
Yeah, I've got 4.
I just weren't doing my best.
I don't know why, I've just pressed 1.
Done that earlier actually, when I think you messaged earlier.
Yeah, I know.
Got nothing else got to change about just that.
And then just put the race onto like a 3-lap race.
Yep, that's fine.
But like I say, from last night to tonight, just by you letting us change the tyres and the downforce, this car's just, well, like you say, I'm loving it now. And it makes me think I shouldn't have kept with the Bentley. I shouldn't have gone testing else.
Yeah. If you just make me race director as well, Kieran, then we can get it sorted.
Might
Yeah.
come up.
But the Bentley, obviously, it won a choice that many people might not have looked at early in the season. You've obviously looked at it late as you was looking Lamborghini, then Mercedes. Now you chose to go to the Bentley. A choice you're now happy with? Yep, I think I've got everybody else invited.
Yep, I'm in.
So we
Have I
should.
kept it the same? Can you change car?
Yeah, Mazda's coming on the Bentley, so yeah, that should be fine. So I'll wait for everybody to get their cars right and we can get sorted here. Start off slow off, we just wait for Aidan Bennett. DJ fills in. I tell you what, I'm glad Phil and DJ Phil are in the different league, because trying to explain that one all night would be very difficult. Oh yeah, yeah.
The DEA.
I think you may have left it on public here, mate.
Hang on. I've just done literally everything. All I needed was change the weather. So hang on. I can't change that, can I? I've got to come around and go back in again. Who's not one of us?
Smocks, Team Keel.
I voted to kick him. I don't know if it's gonna.
Yeah, it's trying to kick you now as well. Right, give me 2 seconds. I'll sort this out.
Right, I'll go out. You kick
Just,
it, I'll
just,
get up.
just bear with us in the chat. Just malfunctions on Project Cars. We will be back underway shortly. I promise you that one. So we go to get back everybody back in now. I've sent it you, mate. Oh no, hang on, you're appearing offline, that's why. There you go. So I think now we can get underway and see what's going to happen here.
We'll have a technical issue, rather it now.
We do love a technical issue, yeah. Oh, Dean, you ain't got some of them in front of you now, have you?
What?
Have you got some Terry's chocolate, orange, white chocolate bits?
Yeah.
In front of you now?
Yeah.
Oh, that's unfair. That's nasty. Oh, he's put it on his story on Facebook and now I can't have one. Oh, Dean, that's cheeky.
£1.50 a bag.
Are they nice?
Yeah.
Oh,
You know what else I'm going tomorrow?
what was she getting tomorrow?
Some nice orange twirls.
Oh, you can keep
No,
them.
not bad.
Not a big lover of them. It's no white chocolate, is it?
What we're doing?
We're getting ready to finally get back underway here, so sorry for the
Not
technical
this
problems. Mazda's favourite circuit, Algarve.
It's not. I hate it.
My actual three favourite circuits, the track I've done most on before coming to this game.
I'll tell you a track you might like then, Mazda.
What's that?
Algrave.
No.
Similar kind of circuit,
Yeah.
but doesn't
I
exist.
bet it is, mate. I bet it is.
If you're not up to date with the joke, if you go onto the Facebook group and watch the video back of when the tracks got drawn by myself and my two kids, I was so confident that I'd pronounced Algrave properly, and it wasn't until I was on with Dean and Kieran that they told me it was Algarve.
Well, technically, the real name is actually Portimao.
Really?
It says Algarve. It says the Autodromo International do Algarve. Doesn't say. Doesn't say Portimao or whatever it's pronounced.
Mao, that's a lager.
Keegan in the chat says he might have to go and get himself an Iron Brew Energy while he waits here, Mazda.
Yes, mate. I will be getting one shortly.
So we finally have Dean in the session. 12 cars we're up to now, so a good sized grid here at Algarve for a session which looks to get underway shortly as the guys are coming out the pit lane now.
Get me out.
An Algarve track, Mazda, if you are unfamiliar with it, now it's not one that many people have raced, but if you are unfamiliar with it and things like that, it's one that you really need to get lap times in. Get the laps into your belt.
You know, you said Algarve, and you could tell.
I've done it every time. I've really had to stop and think about saying it to make sure I'm saying what I'm on about.
Well, I'm not gonna lie, my first testing was yesterday in the Audi, so not even the car I'm meant to be driving.
So out on track at the moment we have Monkey Boy, Aidan Bennett, Kieran Argent, Stealth Sloth, Welshie being overtaken by Mazda at the time. Phil's out on track. Keegs and DJ Phil are in the pits, but Keegs is coming out the pits now. Cam's parked at the bottom of the pit lane, he's not sure what that's all about. Peaceful Explosion still sat in the pits. Dean Wisocki and Mazda. So who's the first car on track? Let's see if we can pick up. It is, I do believe, Welsh. No, it's the Stealth Sloth. Is the first car on track with Aidan Bennett just behind him. Cam, you're in the session, mate. Cam, just had a message off of Cam saying, can you invite me? He's already in. He's already in. He's parked on the start-finish line. On the bottom of the pits. So round comes Stealth Sloth round the final corner then and down the start-finish line here. And he's gone into the pit lane, so not sure what that's all about. Aidan's also following him into the pits.
Maybe going for the froth tire before it rains, maybe?
Possibly is. DJ Phil as well is in the pit lane. Cam's still not going. So we've got Kieran Argent will be the first man to take us through a lap. So let's see Kieran Argent, see what he can do.
And you fell out of half spin.
Back end stepping out there for Kieran Argent. But he's managed to hold it well. Got Dean Wisocki just behind. And Mazda behind Dean. So we've literally got the commentary team on the first three cars on track. Oh. So Kieran, the first man who's going to do a time. You see the Acura behind. Acura could be this could be a track for the Acura. Acura seems to work better on the track, so it's got more corners on it and less straight lines. But again, it's a bit of a mix of each track. The Mercedes may work in favour as well. So let's see what the Acura can do. Is Dean Wisocki going to be on the pace of Monkey Boy, or a bit quicker than Monkey Boy already? Or can Monkey Boy find something from somewhere? We see Kieran Argent coming through sector 1, just probably a bit wider than he'd have liked up there.
Problem I've got to get on my head is taking the bike line rather than the car line. Don't familiar laps on this on a bike game. It's going to get.
Well, you have pulled some time on Dean Wisocki. Dean's dropped off the back of you a bit and has sort of fell into the traps of Mazda. There is Dean and Mazda in the background. How is the car on the track in the dry as he pulls over to the right outside and really brakes late there? He thinks Cam's moving now. Yeah, there's no car stuck at the bottom of the pit lane, so I think Cam is moving. You're right, Jamie Brazier. Kieran a bit wider there than he'd have liked as well. Now starts to get the power down. Before he's going to have to lift again, just slightly come around the last corner, and he's a bit wider there than he'd have liked. Manages to keep it nice though, and onto the straight we go. Tries not to run over and take too much curb. There's Dean Wisocki coming up the hill. Probably not going as wide out as he would have liked compared to the likes of Mazda and Kieran there, but Kieran crossed the line as a 148. Dean then crosses the line to go second, but then is beaten by Mazda. Dean currently 2 tenths off of Kieran, but Mazda, the man who's gone quickest by 2.5 seconds. Who's next to cross the line then? It's Phil. So all the pro guys getting their laps in early. Goes in between Dean and Kieran. It's 2 tenths off the back of Kieran. So Monkey Boy will be next to cross the line. What lap time's he going to do? Goes P3 at the minute. We'll get some cockpit cams to you when everybody's done a lap time, Jamie. Get them to you as soon as we can, as Monkey Boy wide there. He'll probably have to slow down and yield a bit of time there, you'd imagine. Stealth Sloth's going to put it into 6th place, and here comes Aiden. What lap time's he going to do? He goes into 6th ahead of Stealth Sloth. Welshie not next. It's DJ Phil who's next across the line. Doesn't set a lap time, so that's possibly an out lap. Welshie comes across the line now and goes into P6. Keegs is still on an in lap. It'll be Peaceful Explosion who's about to cross the line. Camera's going to pick him up in just a moment. There he is. So the camera picks Peaceful Explosion up and he crosses the line now to go 2nd place. So what can Cam do as he messes up that part of the track? And he's just ahead of Stealth Sloth. So let's take you on board a cockpit view now of Cameron. So on board Cam here as he brakes into the right-hander. This is uphill. So I think, is that Kieran coming around the start line again?
It should be top.
Yeah. Kieran's going to cross the line here and goes quickest at the moment. Will be Mazda. No, it'll be Dean Wasocki next. Is he going to improve on his lap time? Indeed he does. Goes P5. What's Mazda going to do? Dropped off the back of Dean, so I can only imagine he's down. There you go, we heard it from him first. He is down on his time. Here's Phil then, round in the final bend. Look, you've got to keep it nice and tight to the curb, then let it drift out wide. Nicely taken there from Phil. He's going to cross the line and doesn't improve neither. Monkey Boy then, only a 10th in front of his teammate. Does he improve here? No, he's down on his time as well. Oh, and as we jump on the Stealth Sloth, he's all out of shape after he's crossed the line behind Monkey Boy. Cam has done a time and gone into P7, so a good lap time from Cam as he heads down into turn 1. And round turn 1 he goes, comes up to the flat out part of 2 and then into 3. Uphill flat for 4, maybe just a slight lift there for Cam as Welchie and Aiden have both jumped above Cam. What you're seeing here though is you're seeing all the Pro-Am guys bar Keegs, who's 52 seconds off the pace here. Not sure what's happened there. All the Pro-Am guys are behind the Pro guys, which is what you've expected most of the night, to be honest with you. Hence why they're in the 2nd tier. But not, as it's not always been the case. And look at the windscreen of Cam here. The rain's coming down. Aiden's gone into the pits. Cam's wide there then. So let's just pan out. Look, you can see the rain coming. So what is Kieran Argent, the man who set the first lap time, going to do? He's staying out. He's going to keep the dry tyres on the track. Not too wet yet and finds a 10th. Where's Dean Wasocki? He's staying out as well. Is he going to be up on his time this time around? Keegs is just behind. Yep, Dean finds 1.2 seconds. So good luck from Dean. Keegs has improved by 31 seconds. Mazda improves by 6/10 to go back to the top of the leaderboard. Phil then, is he going to dive it into the pits early for wets? The track's not wet enough yet. He's going to keep the dries on. Stays out on track and he's going to come down to finish the time. Can he gain any here? Crosses the line now and puts it on the top step at the moment. Only 0.05 of a second ahead of Mazda then. Monkey Boy pits, so does Stealth Sloth. In fact, there could be an incident. Oh, Monkey Boy has to avoid the Stealth Sloth in the pit lane. Cam's about to cross the line. The camera's going to pick him up any second now. There he is. Does Cam improve? No, he doesn't. Half a second down. Where's Welshie on track? Is he going to pit as he comes round the final corner now then? And yeah, he's going to stay out. Phil is in the Lamborghini. Phil and Sutty are the only Lamborghinis on the track. Welshie, no improvement from him. Here comes DJ Phil. Looks like he's had a bit of a moment. And he's going to dive into the pits then. So everybody choosing a different strategy. Keegs is up on his time, currently gaining on Dean Wasocki. So does he stay out to get that time in early before? Because we've seen last night it didn't dry till very late. Kieran come round to the final corner. What's Kieran going to do here? He's going to keep out on track. I think he was trying to trick us there, but he's going to stay out on track here.
I was contemplating it, but I thought, isn't it? Still no fray, so.
Not up on his time there. So Dean Wasocki will be next to cross the line. So Mazda coming through the final corner. So let's see if Dean can improve here.
I'm
No
round.
improvement from Dean, but Keegs has gained 20 seconds and goes up to P4. Then chucks it in the pits. What's Mazda doing? He's in the pits. So time for wets in the Bentley Mazda.
Yep.
And I take it Kieran's gone in the pits as well. Dean's also in the pits. So I presume you guys are also thinking wet tyres.
Yeah.
Wets for you as well, Dean?
Yeah.
Monkey Boy's still out on track. We look to see what Phil's doing. I think Phil has just come into the pit lane. Yeah, he has. Keegs has just come out the pit, so he's back out on track. Monkey Boy and Stealth Sloth have already pitted for wets. Stealth Sloth currently the slowest on track at the moment. 6 seconds off of the pace. So I think now might be a good time to get some onboard cameras. So Monkey Boy's pitted, so let's jump on Monkey Boy and then go on the cockpit camera and see what Monkey Boy can do. Where's swim fins this week? Not sure. He says he was down to turn up, but no swim fins or Alfie this week.
Right.
Monkey Boy, nice and steady on the wheel. Dean, obviously, you may not have heard us earlier that in the pro group there's talks that we are allowed to use setups, but only sort of touching. See, if you want to start on the soft tyre, you can. If you want to change your fuel, you can. If you want to change your downforce, so like take a bit of front downforce off so you're quicker in the straights and stuff like that, we're also allowing that. So obviously that's something to think about, maybe talk with Monkey Boy about for each race.
That didn't work. I just tried to go out pits with less fuel, but it's kept on 64.
As that is Monkey Boy's teammate just in front of him here. So we're on board with Monkey Boy, and that's Team Wasaki just in front then. Oh, and he's lit the rears up. And you hear the tyres screeching there. As there's Cam that avoids him. Monkey Boy gets the car into reverse. We lost it coming over the hill. Who's still in the pits? And oh, Stealth Sloth's also lost it in the same place. Pretty much exactly the same. Who's that coming down the start line now then? It's Welshie. So let's see if Welshie has a problem. Who's got the most laps in at the moment? Pretty much everybody on 5. Peaceful's on 4. So's Cam. Aidan Bennett and DJ Phil Green on 3. Stealth Sloth's also on 4. Everybody else though on 5. So pretty much similar number of laps in at the moment. So we're on board Welshie here. Only man in the pits is Aiden. Welshie around the hairpin. The Lamborghini not the best in the wet. Welshie quickest out the Pro-Am category at the moment. And then the two Acoras are the slowest out the Pro category at the moment. They kind of... These times at the minute are split. Keegs hasn't managed to get a proper running in the dry like Kieran, Mazda and Phil has. So Keegs is half a second, 6/10 of a second off of Kieran. But has done a very similar lap time to Peaceful Explosion. The two Acoras are off the pace. Dean's 1.2 seconds quicker than his teammate. Phil in the Lamborghini's out front. So the Bentleys and Mercedes quite split. The Lamborghini's out front by a small margin. Even to Kieran, half a second's not a lot. Then you look at the Pro-Am category. Welshie half a second up on Aiden. 9/10 in front of Cam. 3.5 seconds in front of DJ Phil, and a lot of seconds in front of his teammate. Only light rain, so the track shouldn't get too wet where there's crazy puddles. But let's see. So we're not expecting any lap times here to be improved. This is obviously just testing for the guys ahead of the season, which starts next week. You can join us live at 8 o'clock for the start of the season. For the Pro-Am category, a 12 car, well, as we know now know, an 11 car grid, as we've had Holty pull out from the season as he's not able to get the correct amount of time off of work. So unfortunate that, because Holty will be missed. Very good driver is Holty. I know many people in this chat have had some good battles with him over the course of some older series. Dean and Kieran, that's yourselves, who's had good fights with Holty before, so he'll be missed on the grid.
Yeah, well,
I'd say he's one of the favourites for the Pro-Am Cat class as well, I'd have said, going into the season on previous form.
Yeah, and it will be sad to not see him on the grid. Obviously, this means that Deeks is running without a teammate, so he's running on his own. Does that take the pressure off knowing that you've not got a constructors to fight for? Because obviously you're not really going to score many points on your own, are you?
No.
There's no team orders, just get on concentrating your own race.
Yeah. Obviously, any newcomers to the league will probably just jump straight in a team with Deeks. The only car to now be confirmed with a livery during the season. As Keegs heads downhill, currently P4 at the moment, a couple of tenths ahead of Peaceful Explosion, and just 6 tenths behind Kieran Argent. If we look at the timing screens at the last lap section at the moment, Mazda quicker than Phil on last lap. Kieran would currently be 4th. Actually, Peaceful Explosion is the quickest based off the last lap. Kieran would be 4th, with Monkey Boy it'd be 5th, Keegs would be 6th. Aidan Bennett's actually done no, actually, I tell you what. Oh no, Aidan's been in the pits for a while, so that might be why his lap time's his best time of a 1:49. DJ Phil's done a 1:57. Dean would actually be the second slowest on track after Stealth Sloth. Cam just in front of Welshit. So time for Dean to gain there. We jump on board him, we see him. We heard him in the background there, just a bit of a as he's recovering from a spin. Phil's in the pits. Looking quick again this week, Mazda is Phil.
It certainly is, mate.
He was quick last week at Bruno. I think me and Dean was on coverage there, and Phil looked quick at Bruno, Dean, last week, didn't he? And
very quick.
He's showing his pace here. He looked quick in the fog. We're raining into fog. So Phil's quick in changeable conditions. Quickest at Monza in changeable conditions, and he's currently the quickest at Algarve in the changeable conditions as well. As we've seen Dean a bit wide coming into there. Let's jump in the cockpit view with Dean and see how things are like on board him. On the brakes, and the car just does not feel like it wants to turn in, Dean, there from the view.
No, it don't. It's got so really.
Yeah, I think you might need to up a bit of downforce then, pal. You can hear him lifting, but he's being forced out wide, and that's really losing his time. There he goes now on the straight. He's going to come uphill. What sort of lap time is he going to do here?
Not very good.
This is going to cross the line. Let's see what the lap time will be. A 2:05.9, so not the best, but he did have a spin, let's not forget. So we wait to see if Dean can get better than that. As I think it starts to me like looking like the fog is just slowly starting to roll in. On the stream, you can just start to see a few clouds rolling in. It is starting to get a bit misty in the distance. So is that fog rolling in as we see Phil's in the pits? Mazda's just leaving the pit lane here, so maybe a change to Mazda's car. Aiden as well is coming back out on track. Here's Cam, just a bit wide on the exit to the hairpin. DJ Phil coming through turn 3, up through turn 4. We've seen a few cars lose it here, mainly the Lamborghinis lose it as they try to take that corner flat out. They've lost it going uphill round the flat out left-hander. Down towards the hairpin Phil runs now. And he breaks into the corner. There's Stealth Sloth, who's just crossed the line. Still 13 seconds off the pace. Obviously he's not going to improve much this time around. To the people, anybody who's watching, if you aren't subscribed to the channel, please do subscribe and give the video a big thumbs up. If you're interested in getting in touch with SimPlay and joining the league, there's a link in the description to join the group. Join the group and then put a comment on there, or send myself, Matahimovic, a message. Or if you want to get in touch with us any other way, there is the Facebook page where you can like to keep up with up-to-date live streams, videos that will be posted, any announcements or breaking news coming your way if you just want to be a fan. Or you can message the SimPlay Motorsport admin team, and I'm sure one of us will get in touch with you as soon as possible if you have any questions regarding anything. I think we'll try and get some driver videos out this week, some one-to-one interviews maybe throughout the week leading up to the first race of the season. And I think Kieran, let me pick yours and Dean's brain here.
Yep.
You guys obviously not looking to win the Pro Championship. Obviously looking to try and do as well as you can in it. Who's your favourite in that category?
I'm not saying it because he's right next, he's in the lobby with us, but I'd say Mazda and Gary, I think, would be the head-to-head at front.
Dean?
Yeah, Gary, yeah. Maybe Phil.
I was going to say, this is why I asked you two, not Mazda. For me, I'm looking at Phil, Mazda, Little Each, Gary. And I tell you what, my one that I'm going to say is my favourite is Sooty. I think Sooty could be on it in the... He's on the pad.
Right,
he was going to raise the wheel, but apparently him and Phil had a conversation. Because they qualified for the Pro Group, he's going to use the pad. So that's why I say Sooty, especially in that Lamborghini. But you're right, Mazda's... from what we've seen here tonight, Mazda's looked good round Fuji. He's quick here. He's quick at Monza, but like you say, I think... Did you just say it there, Dean? You said Phil, I think?
Yeah, Phil.
Phil looking quick as well at these last two. Quick at Bruno last week. Gary's looked quick as well. Now, this is a question to all three of you, because you're not in the Pro-Am group. Who's your favourite for the Pro-Am?
From what I watched last night, Jamie Bravier, Big Boy Bravier, is up there.
I think Welsh is up there.
Mazda?
I'm going to go Welsh.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it's a 2-horse fight, isn't it, between Jamie Brazier and Welshie. Welshie currently sat in the pits.
But then it depends on how quickly Stealth Sloth can...
Stealth Sloth, yeah. Welshie's teammate's quite quick already, so he could be one to watch. And keep your eyes out for Aiden. I think Aiden could be a man to keep an eye on. Also, Daniel Francis. People may know him on the stream as TMLS. He's had a PSN change name, which us at SimPlay Motorsport are backing for personal reasons. So we back him with his decisions and support him in what he wants to go forward with. So Daniel Francis could be one to watch as well. Jamie Brady says, remember, possibly Holty as well. He obviously wasn't listening about 10 minutes ago. Holty's pulled out from the league, unfortunately, Jamie. So there is no Holty on the grid this season. Mazda, where do you personally think you can get in the Pro category? What's your personal goal?
You're going to be shocked, but I'm going to say top 5.
How
yeah,
come? So if you're saying top 5, who are you predicting to win it?
Nah, this is the tough one. Because like you guys have said, I'm saying Sooty, Phil... Little Leach or Gary, you know, there's just, yeah, I think it's wide open, to be honest.
Not your teammate, I noticed.
I think.
And also, actually, this is for all three of you. I noticed none of you said your teammate, as we've lost Walsh from the session. Hopefully, we can get him back. I noticed none of you said your teammate.
Yeah, I would love to say, but I think because of us changing cars, like, you know, left, right and centre that quick, it's like I think it's going to be too soon for us to say the Bentley, you know, the Bentley's going to be up there.
We've also lost Stealth Sloth, so hopefully we can get them two back in.
Although I would like to say Keegs will get some podiums, hopefully.
So you see
us... to see how the first race goes, I think, because it's a new format compared to what everyone's used to, i.e. the longer format rather than like a 10-minute sprint. It's about being consistent and not being quick.
Yeah, the consistency more comes into it now, doesn't it, compared to just like say in the previous league, being quick over a short period of time. The consistency comes in with the weather as well. Yeah. You've got to be consistent in multiple weather changes. So again, same question to you, Kieran. What's your goals for the season? Mazda reckons top 5. I can see where he's coming from with that. What's your predictions for yourself?
Bearing in mind I qualified last out of the Pro, I was the last one into the Pro category. I'm just hoping to finish every race as high as possible, really. I've not set myself any positional targets. I just want to be consistent and work my way up the grid and get as high up as I can, really. I've not looked at a number or a position.
Yeah.
Just doing it race by race, round by round.
And Dean, same question to you.
I was doing it for the experience, racing with Best.
Now I'm going to ask. Yeah. and now I'm going to go alternative way. What are you looking for from a constructor's point of view?
Hopefully to be in top 5.
With only 5 teams, so it's going to be.
Yeah. I don't think we'll win it.
Brilliant. Are you looking to not be last though?
Yeah, looking to not be last.
Yeah. Kieran?
I'd hope to be in the top 3 teams. I know me and people have been quite active, communicating quite often over the last few weeks, trying to get the right car to tune, etc. Looking at it from a strategy point of view rather than a pace point of view, in terms of like the weight in the wet, etc. But yeah, I'm hoping to be in the middle, say third. I think it's going to come down to consistency, like I say. It's going to be where people finish. It's not going to be like I say, a one-off. It's going to be, you've got to be high up if you can.
Yeah. Mazda, same question to you for Iron Brew Racing, obviously committed to each other for another season after this. Where do you two see yourselves in the Constructors' title?
Hopefully not last.
Top 5?
Yeah, obviously, mate. Obviously. Nah, I'm hoping top 3. Top 3, I'll be happy.
Who's your favourite for the Constructors' title?
Do you know what? I wouldn't like to say it again because you got some fast drivers in here, so it could go anyway.
Well, with you saying that you don't top 5 behind Little Leach Gary, obviously Leach Motorsport, and then Run Flat Racing.
There's number 1 already. Thank you very much.
So under Run Flat Race, either Run Flat Racing or Leach Motorsport, are you reckoning that them two could be 2 to beat?
Yeah, I'm going to say yeah.
And we've got Welshie joining and leaving. I'm wondering if Welshie's got the same problem.
I've just lost it going back on track and been absolutely teething.
Oh, Kieran is upside down, and that might be Monkey Boy. I think he's hit there.
Yeah, I've lost. Literally, I lost it coming over the crest of the hill, and then I was just a passenger. Next thing I'm upside down.
We're down 3 minutes remaining. How dry is the track, Mazda? We're on board you at the moment.
It's just still wet.
It's still wet, but I was able to heat in the tyres, so...
Oh, was you on the dries, was you?
Oh, yeah. All 4 tyres were green. Some more dark green and others, but still.
We've had a message off of Chris, aka Welshie. He keeps getting kicked out, similar to what Dean was. So the server's still playing a bit of havoc here. We'll try and get Welshie back into the session as quickly as possible.
He won't get back in that fast, do.
No, I mean ready for the next session, because I think we are going to try and get Imola in, like we did last night. For the guys who's not been able to race it, we're going to try and get all the tracks in here. So as we look at lap times as we come into the final 2 minutes, it's Mazda who's done the most with 13. Dean and Monkey Boy's on 12 between them. 11 for Phil and Kieran. 10 for Cam. No, I don't think you've got time. Neither's Keegs. So it's like Mazda will get another lap in after this. And the car behind him, whether that is on track. Phil's coming down the start line now. Camera just picks him up, you see, in the fog. So this will be Phil's last lap. Where's Peaceful Explosion? Yeah, this will probably be his last lap as well. Dean Wasocki will definitely get one more lap in, as will Monkey Boy, who's just ahead behind Cam. Aiden will only get one more lap in, and DJ Phil is the car just in front of Mazda, so may get another lap in. Will DJ Phil possibly? Let's stay on board DJ Phil here and see what he can pull off. So Phil 0.05 of a second quicker than Mazda at the moment, with Kieran Argent half second behind, but he's in the pits. Keys currently sits 4th with Peaceful Explosion 5th. Dean Wasocki only 3/10 off the back of Peaceful. He's just gone into the pit, so clearly feels that he's not going to get anything out of the last lap. Monkey Boy sits 1.2 off of Dean Wasocki, with Aiden 8th, Cam 9th, and DJ Phil in 10th. We'd lost the two MC Motorsport guys. We'll try and get them back in as soon as possible. But here comes DJ Phil then. He's got 19 seconds to get to the line to get one more lap time in. Is the track starting to dry where it can be improved? We'll see. Does he cross the line in time? Can't really see the line here. He does. 7 tenths down on his time, so it clearly states that the track's dry, and Mazda will also get another lap time in. Now, who's the car behind? That's pulling into the pits, I think. Or it's pulled over to one side. It was Peaceful Explosions. Peaceful Explosions done. Who's next to be done? It's going to be Aiden to finish. Will Aiden improve on his lap time here? Crosses the line, no improvement for him. I think Phil will be the next one to finish. As he's coming round the last corner now. Mazda's gone into the pit, so feels he can't get nothing else out of the session. And Phil's going to pit as well, so Cam will be the next guy to finish with Monkey Boy. Can Monkey Boy find a bit of time here? Oh, and I think Monkey Boy's had a spin at the final corner there. So Cam has finished, so we're just waiting DJ Phil to finish his lap now. Can he be up on his time? We were only 7 tenths down on his best lap last time around. And he's coming around towards the final corner. Not a lot of spray being kicked up off the car of DJ Phil. As we go on the bonnet, Cam. You see the track is slowly drying. It does look a bit greasy. So this could be where the Porsche, where Gary enjoys the Porsche then. So let's have a look. We'll see if DJ Phil improves in just a moment. No improvement from DJ Phil, but Cam. So Phil sets the pace from Mazda, Kieran Argent third, with Keegs fourth, Peaceful fifth, Dean sixth, Monkey Boy seventh, Aidan Bennett in eighth, Cam ninth, and DJ Phil Green in 10th. Dean, I'd be getting you sent a wheel with that. That's all I'm going to say. I'd be getting you sent a wheel with that bit there. So, in for the race, the front row of the grid is Aidan Bennett and Dean Wasocki. On row 2, Kieran, then Cam. On row 3 is DJ Phil and Mazda. On row 4 is Phil and Peaceful Explosion. And on the final row is Monkey Boy and is Keegs and then Monkey Boy. So watch out for Monkey Boy and Keegs from the back. Watch out for Phil from 7th and Mazda from 6th. Let's see if Peaceful Explosion can finally get the race he needs. And let's see what the Pro-Am guys of DJ Phil, Cam and Aiden can do. Aiden getting pole position here. We were speaking with Gary yesterday, Kieran, and one thing he was suggesting is it's a shame Project Cars don't give you the reverse grid option. We know obviously...
We did discuss that before, didn't we? About
yeah. Going into next week on the online championship, it gives you your grid spot will be where you finish from race 1. So it is a shame that it's not reversed, because that would be quite interesting.
One thing to look out for. Well, if you have bad race 1, you've got to do it all in race 2.
Yeah, that's 100% it. And it's lights out, and away we go here at Algarve. And it's a good start from... I don't know what Mazda was doing there, but Monkey Boy's going to get past him. And Dean Wasocki and Aidan Bennett are side by side heading into turn 1. Kieran looked like he's tried to split them and has got through past Aidan Bennett. So it's Dean from Kieran. Aidan still currently third, but has Peaceful Explosion up the inside. Peaceful now gains third place and tries to take his teammate, and they've managed to not make contact there. Good start from Dean and a good start from Kieran. Someone who got a bad start that's to watch out for was Mazda. He's dropped down to P8, and what has happened to Peaceful Explosion? He's on the grass and has managed to, I think, clip Monkey Boy. So Kieran felt a tap, so did Peaceful tap Kieran. He's collided with Monkey Boy. So is this a battle that we're going to see all season between Flatline Motorsport and the Forever Forward Racing? Or maybe the forever facing backwards racing here. We said Peaceful Explosion doesn't get the best of races in these fun events, and he's had a terrible first lap here. DJ Phil under pressure from Monkey Boy. Mazda's now up to 5th as he's overtaken Phil as they head uphill then into what is a tricky right-hander here. Keegs on the back trying to follow his teammate Phil through. And Phil's no slouch. He's not going to give this up. As you see, Kieran, Cam and Aiden all wide coming on the exit that corner, and this has allowed Dean to stretch his legs and just gap these guys a bit here. And Kieran under pressure from Cam. Cam runs a little wider than he'd have liked there, and Mazda can now start to attack Aiden Bennett. And what is Kieran going to do from Cam here? The Lamborghini possibly quicker down the start straight. This is allowing Dean to get away. He is 1.8 in the lead, so provided he makes no mistakes, he could pick himself up a race win here.
Went wide.
And look at this, Kieran side by side with Cam. Mazda's going side by side with Aiden Bennett. Don't know what's happened to Keegs. Peaceful Explosion's retired from the race, but Keegs has dropped to last. And Kieran defends his place from Cam, and Cam runs very wide. Now, did Mazda get Aiden Bennett or not? No, he didn't. Cam, though, still looking to try and get Kieran here. Dean's got his gap up to 2 seconds. Couldn't control the car, returned to the pit. Got caught on the grass outside of Kieran, then it dragged me out and spun, got collected, spinning back across the track. So that's what happened to Peaceful Explosion there. Mazda has passed Aiden Bennett. In fact, Aiden's lost out to Phil and Monkey Boy as well. DJ Phil is in the pit lane. I'm not sure what's happened to DJ Phil. Keegs is well behind Aiden Bennett, 15 seconds behind him. Gap out front nose 1.6, just been extended to over 2 seconds there. Kieran having to defend from Cam, not heavily, but enough is allowing Dean to get away here. And it's only a 3 lap race, so a short race. Not got time to be making mistakes or having to heavily defend. Cam, a good show in this from Cam here, currently sitting in P3. Although he's got Mazda chasing him down, Keegs has retired from the race. Although he's got Mazda chasing him down, he's got a good chance here of possibly a podium, and he's side by side with Kieran, but Kieran does have the inside line, and Cam keeps it tucked in. Now this could be interesting. We're down towards turn 1. Cam trying to squeeze it up the inside, and is he going to stick a nose there? I think he has, you know. I think he's done enough to get a nose up the inside, and they touch as Cam slides into the side of Kieran, but he takes second place. They were side by side in the corner, and he takes second. Mazda's dropped off the back of that battle and has got Phil trying to get in on the back of him. Can Kieran use the slipstream to get back at Cam here? This all for the final podium spot if Mazda and Phil can get involved.
For some reason I'm on the soft, not the hard, but it's not a good race time.
Oh, Kieran had to get on the brakes there as he nearly went into the back of Cam. Phil's dropped off the back of Mazda a bit here, who's right back on the back of these two for second. Heck of a battle. Dean's 2.5 seconds up the road, so clearly feels like he's got a good race car. We've lost Aiden from the racer. He's retired as well as we head to Imola. Don't know what happened there. After half of the first lap, the rear tyres just died on Keegs' car, apparently. That's not what you want, Mazda. How's your tyres?
They're not the best, but they're not the worst.
Mazda, are you on the soft or are you on the...
Oh, Kieran across the curb and he's clipped Cam, and Mazda will be the beneficiary of that. And Phil can't avoid a spinning Kieran there, but Mazda's now up to second. But it's this man who leads. Mazda, Keegs was on the softs, he said.
Yeah,
Mazda's up to second.
They're not feeling the best.
No, they're not. I'm struggling.
Mazda's round and Cam's caught Mazda as he was spinning there. Cam will inherit second place back. Phil looks like he's going to get third. Mazda's coming back on track now. Soft tyres clearly not the way to go. Kieran struggling with the car with all that damage. Monkey Boy's now up into fifth. But it's this man who's coming around. He's a bit wide on this corner as we pick him up. He's going to be coming down towards the final corner now, though.
He just didn't want to turn. Obviously, I need to remember to check the tyres before obviously starting these fun races. I didn't realise it put me on the soft.
And here he comes. He's down the start-finish straight now. He's flashing his lights. It's going to be a win for Dean Wysocki. Kieran's retired from the race. Cam, good finish for him. He's going to pick himself up a P2. Mazda's going to come home to take third place. There's Monkey Boy in the background. He's going to take fourth. Phil, you saw there, was going very slow through that corner. Obviously had another problem. Phil's going to come home to take fifth place here.
Grazie della grazie.
And DJ Phil made a pit stop, half a lap behind. If he didn't pit, he may have been with a chance to take a podium. Dramas then with people on the soft tyre.
I felt comfortable first lap. I felt fine. It just once the front right, got warm, it just didn't cool down. It wouldn't turn left.
Tyres just gone on you think then?
Yeah.
Yeah,
It
mine
overheated.
were front right, not left, right left. Front left didn't want it, was too hot.
One of the two, I can't remember which one it was. I know one of the fronts overheated and didn't want to do anything.
So here comes DJ Phil then down towards the final corner. We've had 1, 2, 3, 4 retirements, 5 retirements, I think. No, 4 retirements from this race. Keek says his was the rear tyres that was the ones that had gone.
Willfully out doing donuts.
Probably was. As DJ Phil crosses the line to take 6th place. Grandmaster.
I must admit, I kind of like ran with low downforce, and that's why I went sideways at the start, because I got a lightning start and the rear end just didn't want to, just couldn't get into gear.
So we're going to head to Imola now for the final practice session of the season. Obviously guys may be able to test and practice in their own time, but this will be the final one streamed by us. We're just going to try and get Welshie back in the session. The invite has been sent out to him while I set up Imola now. Are you a fan of Imola between the three of you?
I love it.
I think I enjoyed it last night. Except for my pad being a bit silly.
Well, I loved it in the Lamborghini, so I've not tried the Bentley yet, so this is going to be interesting.
Kieran, are you a fan of Imola? Yeah, Aidan Bennett in the chat says as well that his rears were fried after lap 1, back end washed right out of turn 3. We'll see, not able to stay for Imola tonight. No worries, Aidan, thanks for joining us. And we'll see you next Wednesday night for your debut. Well, everybody's debut, I suppose, in the league when you look at it that way, Mazda.
Certainly is, pal. Looking forward to it.
It's now the time where we're starting to get a bit excited here at SimPlay, and we're starting to look forward to the things coming. Don't forget, next week there will be a thing. Start that again. Next week, next Wednesday, there will be a thing in the comment section, so please comment, not in the live chat, put in the comment section your driver of the day for the Pro-Am category, and then as well for the Thursday night. That will be open for this from the second race, so you've got between the second race and the end of the race to get a comment in for your driver of the day. Put that in the comment section, not on the live chat box, for your driver of the day. You obviously cannot vote for yourself, so please don't vote for yourself. If you are to vote from that same league, vote for a driver of the day, and we'll get that sorted. We'll also looking into the Drivers' Championship and the Constructors' Championship next week. Obviously, trophies actually on offer for the Constructors and the Drivers' title at the end of the season, as trophy for the winners. So we hope to see them. So as we're going to start here at Imola, cars already coming out. Monkey Boy's not, neither's Kieran yet. Welsh is still in the pit, so's Phil. Keegs as well. DJ Phil's coming out. Cam's still sat in the pit box, so's Peaceful. Dean's out on track. So just Dean and DJ Phil. So I'm going to let the three guys in the commentary box just talk you through this while I just pop for a quick toilet break.
Lovely track this is. Do you reckon, Mazda?
Yes, mate, it's one of my favourite tracks.
I'm alright if my pad does not do one like it did last night, because that was just absolutely ridiculous. I don't know if you've seen it, Kieran, last night.
I don't think Kieran's there a sec. Oh, he's here, look.
I'm trying to work out how to get back to default setup. I changed it all last race, and
You just go on the setup and you just click load stable setup. As long as you didn't save it, you should be alright.
yeah, no, I didn't want it to repeat a last race where it put me on the soft on maximum downforce in the drive.
Well, I'm going maximum downforce on the hards because I'm going to go for a long run.
He's tired for him.
I'm trying loose setup. I've not tried that yet.
I'm back, boys. So we're just on board with Dean. I think the first car out on track, because he looks like he's managed to get past DJ Phil. So we'll stay on board with Dean for a lap, as he will be the first man to set a lap time. Mazda, you said earlier that you did this in the Lamborghini earlier in like car selection testing sort of thing.
Yes.
You was very quick through it then. You obviously had a quick go in the Bentley last night. But was it Bentley? No, in the Audi last night.
Audi.
What was the Audi like around here? Obviously no Audis on the grid, but what was it like?
It weren't bad. It felt like the rear end just kept coming out every time I tried to push, where the Lamborghini just seemed to stick.
Yep.
So hopefully the Bentley, with allowing to change the rear end, I might be able to see what it's like.
Yeah. Kieran, have you done much of this track?
In other games, but it's like I say, I've come from a bike racing background, so learning track for me is going to be the car way, not the bike way, because with the chicane coming towards the end of the lap, the tight one, you normally just flat line that on a bike. Right?
Yeah.
And I've found around that very corner.
How excited are we to see this track back on the F1 calendar? I know it's a strange year and it's obviously not the season we were all expecting in the Formula 1 in terms of calendar, but how excited are you to see this track back on the F1 calendar?
I'm interested to feel like the Mugello last week, Portimao, Algarve this week, or next round. Algarve, round. And then obviously going back to Imola, going to Nürburgring as well.
Turkey, we're going back to Turkey as well. I tell you what, the best F1 races for me this season, I don't know about you guys, have been the old school circuits, the Mugello, the Imola circuits have brought the best races. And I'm not just saying that because there's been a lot of... Alright, last week was pretty much down to the crashes, but Imola was such a good race, especially that podium at the end, because Mercedes messed up a bit. Just fantastic.
Monza, you mean?
Yeah, Monza. Not Imola. We've not had Imola yet, yeah. That's a good point.
Or you're putting your bets down for the podium at Imola?
Yeah, maybe not Gasly, Sainz and Stroll, but we'll see.
Well, actually, someone in Holland put a bet on that, them three in that order and won.
Yeah, I think you shared it on the group chat. I think my brother shared it on the launch racing chat. We're in Mazda's part of launch racing on the PC.
Bet, put it on. Town bet, 50p bet, and it's come away with all
I tell you something, Hamilton's going to want to win this race.
Yeah, for Senna.
With Senna being his idol, this is going to be a race Hamilton will be quite emotional about, I'd imagine. As you see, Dean setting the fastest time so far. DJ Phil just 900ths of a second off the back of him. As who's coming down the start straight now? Phil's gone quick, he's on 3.1 quicker than Dean. Keegs is coming to the end of his lap. I think Mazda was going to cross the line as well. Peaceful first though, so let's see where Peaceful goes. That was his out lap. Is this Mazda's out lap? That was Mazda's timed lap. Currently 7/10 off the back of Phil. Monkey Boy will be next to cross the line. Kieran is in the pits. Monkey Boy 11 seconds off the pace. It's not the lap time he'll be hoping for. What can Keegs do? Goes into P3. Kieran exits the pits now. Here comes Cam.
I tried a loose setup for the first time and it didn't really work.
Didn't really work. No, that's why we do these sessions, to test it. Cam crosses the line and goes P6 ahead of Monkey Boy, so just Welshie, Peaceful and Kieran to not set a lap time. Also the big news today, if you haven't heard it, Rob Austin will be back in a touring car seat for this weekend at Thruxton. He'll be racing in the Power Max seat. Obviously the news was announced that Jade Edwards would fill in their seat for Silverstone, but Rob Austin will be back. We've not seen Rob Austin for a few years. Sort of was with the, was it Handy Motorsport team, I think it was. The Alfa Romeo come back in for a season and then it's not been there since. And Rob Austin's a good driver as well. It's not been right without Rob Austin as well. She goes P7, so we just await Peaceful Exposed time. Rob Austin's a good driver as well. He's got plenty of experience under his belt in the touring cars.
I was about to say that Alfa Romeo is actually up for sale now. You can go and buy that Alfa Romeo Rob Austin race for that one season.
In them colours?
In them colours, yeah.
There you go.
They've actually put the car up for sale.
Should we split it 4 ways? Me, Mazda and Dean can't drive, but we'll split it 4 ways.
That means I'll drive it.
Yeah. I tell you what, we'll just take the floor out and we'll all Flintstones it.
Yeah.
Turn up to a track day at Donington and we'll all just stood there and ran Donington in a car.
At least we get a breakdown of trainers.
Be hard going up towards McLean's though.
Oh. All about the momentum. No brakes.
If we fit it with pedals, Mazda's good on a bicycle. He likes to cycle a lot, so we'll just get him to pedal it uphill.
Good luck with that.
As Peaceful Explosion is going to cross the line now to take his first quick time. It's only a P9, 27 seconds off the pace. So where's Dean Wasocki? Currently down in 6th. Lost out on time towards DJ Phil. Where's Mazda? He's coming into the hairpin now. Phil also coming up towards the middle sector. Cam's just crossed the line. Kieran Argent's now on in fact, he's done a time. It's better than Peaceful's, but it's not a respectable lap time at all. There's Keegs behind Monkey Boy. Monkey Boy up to 4th. So the Acura showing a bit of pace here. Jamie Brazy needs to clarify something with me from last night. Yeah, go on, sure thing. Fire away. Busy weekend this weekend in motorsport. We've got the actual Le Mans 24 hour. We've got Thruxton in the touring cars. We've got the British GTs at Donington Park for the first 3-hour race at Donington.
We've also got the MotoGP, World Superbikes and British Superbikes as well.
There you go. So we've got 3 bike races, 3 car races, 2 endurance and 1 touring cars. In fact, now, if you want to say there's different motorsports, you've got the Minis, the Ginettas, the Porsches, the touring cars, the Juniors, the Formula 4s. The list goes on here. Plenty of motorsport this weekend. I've got the touring cars on ITV2. The Le Mans 24 hour will be on Eurosport, no doubt. You can catch the British GT on YouTube. I'm not sure about the bikes, as I'm not into bikes myself. I'm sure Kieran will be able to tell you the channels.
World Superbikes, British Superbikes, and Eurosport, or Quest if it's not, because it's the on 24 hours, and MotoGP on BT Sport as well.
So there we go then. Busy weekend of motor racing. And if I know Mazda, he'll be streaming all 3. That's what he's been doing the last couple of weeks, be streaming all 3. And if I know Mazda, he's got to clarify this with the boss as well if she's watching. Abby, if you are watching the stream, Mazda normally stays up for the whole Le Mans 24 hours. I'd tell him to think again this season. He's got priorities. Assets games last night, allowed to run a little wide. So the racing license. Yeah, so your first lap was fine, Jamie, coming out the chicane. Your second lap, which was actually your quicker lap time, you went over the AstroTurf and was pretty much on the concrete over the AstroTurf from last night. So you did kind of push the boundaries on that a little bit coming out the chicane. So this is a thing that has been spoken about during the day, is the track limits in places have been pushed at times when people haven't backed off. Now in practice, I'm not gonna say to you, you know, that time doesn't count, blah blah blah. The practice session's there for us to learn. Going into the season, as we see Dean Wasocki improve by 1.1 second, as it is starting to look a bit like it's going to rain out there. I don't think rain is on because it's Imola. No, it's going a bit hazy. That's probably why. So yeah, this was the thing that was spoken about today in the admin chat, was track limits. We saw your first time was fine. You was just on the AstroTurf. That's fine. That is the racing line. No problem with that. Your second lap time, which was actually your quicker time, was over the AstroTurf.
I think we're going to have to do videos during the week outlining what isn't legal. Similar to what F1 have done this season, showing people what the limits are, sort of thing.
Yeah, and I think this is one of the things that's going to be looked at. Is Jamie Brazy's just said that British Superbike is on Quest this weekend, Kieran. So yeah, this is something that's got to be looked at in terms of pushing these limits. As we see Dean just taking that corner fine, any more over the curb there, up the hill, and you're looking at a penalty in the race. And obviously, we're giving the guys the respect of turning the track limits off for your guys to not get the slow. Project Cars can be very harsh with slowdown penalties, and it can give you slowdown penalties where you don't really deserve to get one. So,
lost time anyway.
Yeah. So what we're trying to do is we're trying to get it so that we can make it a fair game. Now it is the driver's responsibility to report to us as admins if they feel so. If we saw Dean here on the stream and you've got Phil and Mazda in front of Dean that we cannot see, let's say, and Phil cuts a corner blatantly and Mazda feels that that is too much track limits, Mazda has to send that in for us to then review. Now, as well as that, don't forget the 4 admins that is there is Deeks, Kieran, Mazda and myself. I have final say because I'm not racing. Kieran and Mazda will have some say on the Pro-Am category, and Deeks will have some say on the Pro category. So we're doing it very impartial, so that not like the league that won't be named, where the admin raced, called the shots, had final say on both divisions. This is a league that is going to be ran properly. So if the track limits, if you was to, like last night, Jamie, where you went your fastest lap, you was over the limits, if someone posts that in because we didn't catch it on stream, that would have been a penalty, because you didn't obviously go on to slow down from that. And this is something that's got to be proven, as well as incidents. Any incidents it's there, or if you make a mistake and cut a corner, so like you slide and miss your braking zone, well obviously you're not gained an advantage. My point is, Jamie, is when you did your fastest lap time, you'd gone really wide out the exit to the chicane, and then you come up to the second sector and were 6/10 up. Now I didn't see how much you was up on the first sector, but you'd gone 6/10 up, so you kept your footing. If you could, because obviously we had the speedo on, I think at the same time you could obviously hear your engine. Just back off a bit, just back off like you would as if it was a slowdown. If you've missed your braking zone and gone wide and you've had to cut a corner, you're probably 9 times out of 10 going to have lost more time than you're going to have gained. That's where we're going to try and get to, as well as with incidents. Get them on the SimPlay group, post it to the group so we can post, so everybody can see what's been posted, and then us as admin can comment on that, and then that way, and something that we are clamping down on this season is obviously we don't want people coming to us as admins moaning about a lot of incidents, and then when we ask if they've recorded their footage, they've not, because it's just going to lead to a whole fiasco that we don't want. There is also a thing coming in, it's all in the rules and regulations, which is on the page as well to read, by the way, so go and check the rules and regulations out on the Facebook group. Also, the other thing is each driver is going to have a 12-point driver's license, and for people taking each other out, depending on the severity of the incident, it's going to put points on your licence. If you have a few good races, the points will come off, so you do have that chance of the points coming off your licence. And then penalties will be applied when you have the 12 points on your licence. That'll be between us as admin to then discuss and see what the penalty or punishment will be. As we see Phil here currently 3 tenths down on his time, but Mazda has just gone quickest, or hasn't just gone, is quickest overall. Do I get points for donuts? Yes, donuts are banned. You will get penalty points for doing a donut. You've been warned, Keegs.
Keegs, mate, end of the season. We'll win the title. We can do donuts.
I'll tell you what I'll do when it comes to the crunch time of the end of the season. You know, you can have the manual cooldown lap on. Yeah?
Yep.
If you win the title or the constructors, I will turn forced cooldown lap on, so if you've won the title you can do a donut, but not first race of the season. Jay Brazier, bonus points this season are for fastest lap. There is no bonus point for being on pole position, it's just for fastest lap. But me and Kieran have been speaking a lot, and there is going to be like a little qualifying competition, so we're going to keep everybody's qualifying lap times, and at the end of the season the person with the quickest time of them all laps added together from qualifying will sort of be the qualifying king, if you like. Obviously if you yourself, Jamie, take pole position in every race, you're obviously going to win it, but there's also that to watch out for here, as we see Mazda then currently quicker by 7/10 of a second from Phil. Keegs in the pits 1.7 off the pace. Welsh's just gone into P4, or yeah, it's just came up with him in P4.
Welsh have just disconnected.
Oh, we have lost Welsh, so I wonder if he's still having problems then. Who's in the pits? Peaceful Explosion and Keegs. Peaceful's down in P6 here, so not a good lap session from him. The two Acora is again struggling on pace, but Dean in front of Monkey Boy yet again. Jamie Brazy said he meant Keegs gets a bonus penalty point for donuts. That's fair enough. No, we'll if it comes to a title towards the end of the season, we can put the cooldown lap on for doing donuts. We see Mazda currently behind Dean Wasaki. Is this a battle we'll see on track in the pro category next week? As Welsh is back in with 13 minutes remaining. Hopefully he can get back in and on track. Keegs, Mazda 1 for you here. Keegs says we need to win it now. So that he can do his donuts.
No pressure, mate. No pressure. We'll try to.
Dean currently 8 attempts down on his time, but he's keeping Mazda behind him here. Well, Mazda was. I don't know, mate. Mazda's round. So, oh, so are you. So both of them spinning. Then where is Cam? We haven't seen much of Cam in this session. Let's take a look at Cam. Jamie says everyone's going to let you win that so you can do donuts.
What if we want to do donuts too?
Last race of the season, I'll allow it. You know, championship's done then. Steady session here at Imola. We see Cam go 0.8 of a second quicker and isn't now far off the back of Monkey Boy, who was 9 seconds slower last lap. Really needs to get that Acura working here.
I must admit, I am struggling. I'm 2.5 seconds off. I'm struggling.
Here's Phil coming uphill as Welshie comes back into the session now. So Welshie was running 4th at one stage before we lost connection to him.
Of course, should stop and slide down that.
Kieran lets Phil go past this. So what's Phil's time through sector 2? 2.3 down. Here's DJ Phil running in a very respectable 5th place for DJ Phil Green here. He's got Peaceful Explosion just in front of him. So let's just jump on board with Peaceful Explosion and see if he can gain any time here. Is he going to be up through the second sector as we head towards the chicane now? A tricky part where people may struggle. We head into the chicane. Come on, DJ Phil, says Keegs. So DJ Phil has a fan from the pro group, and it is Keegs. Jim Brazier, with the reverse grid race, if you retire from the race, do you get reversed or start at the back for race 2? It's unfortunately the grid doesn't reverse. We wished it did, but it starts from your race position. So if you win the race, you start pole for the second round, and so on and so forth. So I presume if you retire, you'll just be at the back for race 2 as normal, because that's where you finished. As Peaceful Explosion crosses the line and there's no improvement there. What about DJ Phil? What can he get here? No improvement for him. As Phil, Keegs, Kieran in the pit lane. Where's Dean Wasocki? He's heading down the line now.
No improvement.
And he's going to cross the line any second. And he's down by 3.5 seconds. What about his teammate Monkey Boy? Can he find any time here? No, 1.5 down. There's Cam in the background. Can Cam find any improvement here? No, Cam can't. No, I think... Oh, you must have heard wrong. No, it's not... I think it was on about it. We wished it could be reversed. But Project Cars doesn't let you have it reversed. As that is Dean Wasocki in the gravel. So messing up turn 1 there was Dean. Not the way he'd have wanted to take that. Phil's coming out the pits. Keegs is still sat in the garage. Kieran also coming out the pit lane then. Peaceful Explosion finds himself off as DJ Phil goes past. Will be the next car to finish a lap. So let's see here. Can we do a poll in the comments section?
We tried that, didn't we, the other day?
No, we tried one in the page and it didn't let us. I mean in the comments section on YouTube. No. That's a shame. So we see Phil then coming down now to what is the start-finish straight. You see Mazda just behind him there. He's looked good as Mazda in this track, and this is a track where it's not been changeable conditions in terms of wet to dry, dry to wet. So Phil 7/10 off. Is Phil more of a changeable conditions guy? Is no improvement for DJ Phil and no improvement for Mazda. Monkey Boy will be the next person to finish a lap. So can he improve here? No, 0.5 second down on his time. It won't be Dean next time around neither. It will be Cam, no improvement for him. No improvement as well for Peaceful Explosion. Dean we saw off at the beginning of that lap, so no improvement for him neither. Yeah, we're going to do a vote in the comments section, so not the live chat. If you put a driver of the day in the comments section, not for today, obviously going forward to next week, Jamie. I'm not too sure about this track. Not enjoying it much, says your teammate Mazda, and this is where he ends the season. So this could be where he could win his title to do a donut, and he's not enjoying it, Mazda.
He's alright. It's not an easy track, to be honest. It's completely different in the Bentley.
It's not an easy track, says the man 7/10 quicker than Phil. Although Gary, Craig and Sutty aren't on. Can you vote for yourself? No, that's one thing you can't do. You can't comment voting for Jamie Brazier. The comment is for the drivers, but it's also for the fans as well. So if there's any fans, I know Kaylee was in the stream last night. She's a fan of yours, so she might be able to vote for you, as well as any other driver out there can vote for you as well.
I need to pit. Let's try something new.
So Mazda, I've just said to you there that you're 7/10 quicker than Phil, but there's no Sutty, Gary or Craig.
Yes.
And Keegs has just commented saying they're all slow.
No, I wouldn't say that, mate.
So you're not rapid, Mazda. It's just that you are rapid because everybody else is too slow around this track. I think you need to reel your teammate in a bit. I think he can sometimes get a bit deluded. As we see Peaceful Explosion in front of Cam. So Peaceful's going to set a lap time here. Needs 2 attempts to get in front of DJ Phil. Can he find it? It's currently 1.1 off his teammate. So can he find the time? He does, and it puts him up into P3. No improvement for Cam. No improvement for Monkey Boy. What about Dean Wasocki as he's going to cross the line now? 1.4 down with 6.5 remaining. So Peaceful Explosion's found some time from somewhere and has put himself into P3. Ahead of Keegs. What does Welshie do, who's back in the session? Was running P4 a moment ago. He's going to cross the line now. No, Phil's improved by 2 attempts, and Welshie sets the time 8 seconds off the pace. Jane Brazier says she's not just a fan of mine, I presume partner then. Peaceful has the exact same time as me. Peaceful does have the exact same time as you. 1 minute 48 exactly for Peaceful Explosion in Keegs. Peaceful's just better, so that's why he starts P3, I reckon. Either that, or it's just the fact of we've got 3 different manufacturers on the front 3 spaces of the grid, and then the exact same 3 manufacturers take up the next 3 spaces, and then it's the 2 Acoras. As we see, Dean is round, Monkey Boy is a coming, and Dean stays well out his teammate's way. Welshie getting a nice tow, currently 4.3 seconds up on his time yet. Oh, and I'm not sure what's happened to us here. Maybe a bit of lag for Welshie, as his car's just stopped on track, flat out. So we could be losing Welshie here. As we jump back on with Cam as he loses the rear of the car. Here's Monkey Boy coming out the chicane. You see that? There's just a bit too wide from Monkey Boy coming out the chicane. Isn't up on his time, so it's not going to affect him. He's already down. Dean we saw have a spin. DJ Phil in 6th at the moment. We see Welshie now. It was span, so maybe the lag not helping him out there. Keegs the only one still in the pits.
At the moment. He had a Lamborghini off in the wall.
Yeah, that's Welshie. Peaceful Explosion has just gone quickest of all. 1/10 quicker than this man Mazda, who's just behind him on track. Phil 6/10 behind, but is about to do another lap time here. He's in the slipstream of Cam, so keep an eye on Cam's time, see if Cam can gain any. Dean, obviously we saw spin, so no improvement for Dean. No improvement Cam. And a second down for Phil. Here's Kieran Argent then, coming down the start finish straight. Oh, you span out. Oh, out lap.
Out lap, yeah.
Out lap. So this will be no good here. 26 seconds off the pace. Oh, excuse me. What about DJ Phil? He's coming up towards sector 2. So let's see what DJ Phil can do with 4 minutes on the clock. Probably get 2 or 3 more laps in, I think. These Acoras then, Dean. Just want to get a word from you about the Acoras. They're not looking strong here.
No.
You're currently quicker than your teammate by a second, but
Fuel's down to 26. But it should start getting a bit lighter.
yeah, DJ Phil managing to keep his nose in front by just 0.3 of a second here. Ahead of you and Monkey Boy. Yeah, you're ahead of Monkey Boy by a second. DJ Phil down on his time through sector 2. Is he going to be up going through the final sector? No, 4 seconds down on his time. So the next person to cross the line then will be Peaceful Explosion, and here he comes down the start-finish line now, as I think Kieran's coming out the pits. Dean Wasocki, no, DJ Phil has pitted, sorry. Peaceful crosses the line. No improvement. What does Mazda do here?
Outlap, this is me first time.
Oh, 6 seconds down, so Mazda's still getting his tyres warm as Kieran keeps out the way. Where's Cam? There he is. And that's Dean Wasocki just in front of Cam. Oh, getting it all out of shape. Coming around the final corner there. Now the run down to turn 1. And the Lamborghini should have it over the Acura. Dean just all over the place there a little bit. These tried to come in together here down this straight last night. And Dean, no improvement from him. No improvement from Cam neither. Where's Phil? Gonna cross the line.
I don't know if me.
Now, DJ Phil's just come out on an out lap.
This car just, I don't know, doesn't want to do the perfect, just glue with the rear and literally touch the gas.
Strange.
Coming out the pits again. Third time lucky.
Where's Welch on track? He's just crossed the line and goes up into P8, splitting the Flatline Motorsport lads of Dean and Monkey Boy. Clearly a track where you see the quicker drop cars in a straight line dominating here. So Peaceful then leading the way with 1 minute left, 1 minute 46 left. So everybody that crosses the line will get one last lap. Welsh is disconnected, so unfortunately that'll be it from him. That's a shame, as he was getting quicker and quicker each time we went there. So everybody that crosses the line will get one last lap. So Keegs won't get a lap in neither. But for DJ Phil, his time that just right of coming out the pits. And Peaceful Explosion improves by 0.02 of a second. What's Mazda going to do here as he crosses the line? No improvement, down by 1/10. Cam's on the grass. Dean Wasocki's there. Who's the next one to cross the line? Is it Kieran? No.
I'm trying to get my way around the track.
Monkey Boy will be the next one to finish his lap time. 4.7 off the pace. And he's going to cross the line to get one more lap time in. And he's up by 1/10. Now then, Phil, we've lost Keegs from the session. Phil's going to cross the line here. And is there any improvement from him? 0.6 off the leader. And he doesn't improve. What about Cam? Can Cam improve here? Nope, we saw DJ Phil was on an outlet. What about Dean Wasocki?
No, I stopped and everyone passed.
So one last lap for everybody here. 24 seconds remain. So the first car on track is Peaceful Explosion with his teammate just behind him.
I can't control the car. Every time I touch the gas, it just fits me out one side or the other.
So while we just wait for them to come to the back end of the lap, who's done the most laps here? Dean Wasocki's got the most laps in with 15 laps here. So good session. Keeg says he's just going to leave the race. So Dean Wasocki's got the most laps in here, but hasn't set the timing screens alight just yet. Here we go then, the session has finished. Can Peaceful Explosion improve on his time again to pull out even more time to Mazda and Phil? He's going to cross the line now. What's his time going to be? Monkey Boy and Kieran are in the pits. He crosses the line. No improvement. Mazda's going to cross the line now. Does he improve? And excuse me. Yes, he does, and goes 0.7 quicker than Peaceful Explosion. Heck of a lap that from the Bentley man. Was all on it and got it right. Phil, 0.3 up, coming through the second sector. So has he got time to find?
Imagine exactly the same as your Kieran. Back ends wants to keep coming out.
Yeah, I don't know if we want to get towards the end of the session.
Oh.
Undrivable.
Phil was up on his time, but has decided to go into the pits. So obviously not must have lost the time through the last sector then. As Cam comes round the final corners, Dean's obviously down on his time, so won't set the fastest lap. Can Cam improve any? No, yeah, Cam improves slightly, and we don't know what DJ Phil does. We'll see in a moment.
I don't know if the weather conditions changed, but I literally put all downforce to full. Soft tyre on, it just split you left, right and centre. Wouldn't drive in a straight line.
DJ Phil didn't improve on his last lap. So Mazda right at the end, nicking it from Peaceful Explosion by 0.7 of a second. That's a heck of a lap. Lost all the time Phil had gained on the last corner, so Phil could have been within a second of Mazda. But look at the top three, all different manufacturers. Just need one of them Acuras to get up there as well, and then chuck the Porsche in there, and you've got 5 different manufacturers fighting for possibly a title come the end of the season. Regret that Acura choice, Dean, or are you still backing it?
Still backing it, I think.
So then, for the final time, the final little fun race of the season is the next time you'll be racing on the grid. It will be for real. Cam starts on pole alongside Phil. Row 2 is Kieran Argent and Mazda, the people's favourite here. Row 3 is DJ Phil and Dean Wasocki. And on the back row is Monkey Boy and Peaceful Explosion. See if Peaceful can have a better race last time out here.
I was going to... Well, not take it too steady.
So for the final time tonight, who is going to get the race win? We've seen Mazda win, we've seen Dean win, we've seen Phil win. No, we haven't seen 3 races because we lost Monzas. Who has won tonight? Dean. Who won at Fuji? I can't honestly remember. Keegs won at Fuji. So we've seen Keegs win. We've seen Dean Wasocki win. We're away here, and Cam's got a good start ahead of Phil. Dean not the greatest to getaways. Kieran's got a cracking start here, and as they head into turn 1, Kieran up into 3rd place. So Cam away, Phil 2nd, Kieran 3rd. He's got Dean Wasocki and Mazda all up his rear bumper. Anybody looking to make a send it? Monkey Boy looking quick as well. DJ Phil's dropped to the back of the pack as Peaceful's made up a place. And look at this, a DJ Phil round in the background and a change for the lead maybe. Cam has to stay wide and let Phil up the inside. They touch a bit there and Phil gains the lead, but in the background you heard an apology from Dean Wasocki. Clearly tapped the rear of Kieran. Now has Mazda on his tail, with Peaceful on Mazda's tail and Monkey Boy all over the tail of Peaceful Explosion. Cam and Phil still battling it out for the lead. Phil looks like he's got that job done now, as there's Phil, Cam, Kieran, who has gapped Dean just ever so slightly. DJ Phil well off the back as he span. Oh, Dean very wide there, and that's going to give Mazda the chance to come through. And as Dean comes back on track, straight in front of Mazda. And them two have crashed then. Kieran now, bit of breathing space from them two, but he's got his teammate all over the back of him with Monkey Boy behind his teammate. Here's Peaceful going to try and let his teammate attack Cam as he's now gaining on the back of him here. And look at him, tries to send one, and on the brakes taps the back of Cam, and Cam's facing the wrong way. Peaceful and Monkey Boy nearly had a coming together, and apologies there for Cam. Jamie Bracey says that Cam was on pole here last night as well. Dean on the back, trying to stay on the back of Mazda. Mazda's now obviously gained to the back of Cam after that incident, but Kieran now up into P2. And Peaceful and Monkey Boy, their battle still continues. Peaceful's lights are on. Is this a quick hurry up message to his teammate, because Monkey Boy is not letting him go? Every time we've seen these races in the fun races, Monkey Boy and Peaceful have had a cracking battle on track. Clearly Monkey Boy feels that Acura is stronger in a race than in the one lap shootouts of a fastest lap time. Peaceful Explosion has pulled away from Monkey Boy and runs a bit wide on the exit of the corner into the gravel on the grass and rejoins safely there. Cam in the background really wide, and that's allowing Mazda to gain on the back of him as well then. So Peaceful Explosion gaining on his teammates. His team is... Oh, Cam's disconnected, so we've lost Cam. DJ Phil has passed Dean. So Dean's dropped down to last now. Are we going to see team orders come into play here? Is Kieran going to let Peaceful through? He doesn't look close enough at the minute, and the pressure of Monkey Boy in the background has gone, as Kieran's very, very wide there and will have to cut across the grass and gravel, so Peaceful Explosion will get through. Kieran all over the place as he rejoins and a span round, and that's allowed Monkey Boy through. Mazda also wide on that corner we saw there, possibly carrying damage after his incident with Dean as Kieran rejoins, and Mazda gets through with ease. DJ Phil then in the background might fancy his chances again in another place. Dean in the background behind him. He'll not want to finish last in this last race of the season as we head down the final corner with Phil for the final time.
Just had a bit of a wiggle or coming out the kink, and I had to let go of the corner.
Yeah, it looked like he just lost it on the grass as he was trying to rejoin slowly.
Oh no, that's why I was on the grass. I had a twitch and it veered me wide, and then trying to recover, nothing didn't happen. So.
Yeah, as you come back on the track, it just looked all over the place.
Thanks
so Phil leads on the final lap here. From Peaceful Explosion. I didn't know the season was over already. Oh, have I said final race of the season, Jamie? I apologise for that. Final practice session of the season. Peaceful Explosion then runs second with Monkey Boy up into P3. Mazda's running fourth after an earlier incident with Dean. Kieran's in 15. Wasaki's managed to get past DJ Phil. Oh, and he's run wide there. Dean might be carrying damage as well after his contact with Mazda. There is DJ Phil. No battles on track at the moment, so let's jump on with the race leader. Mazda's gaining on Kieran's probably the closest battle on track, but it's not close enough yet to think about watching. You see Monkey Boy and Peaceful Explosion in the background.
Cannot get that corner right.
And Phil coming down the hill now. So for the final practice race of the season, Phil will go into next week surely on Thursday night with a lot of confidence, quickest in practice sessions and winning practice races. He'll be very happy with this, and if Suchi Apex is watching, he must be chuffed with what his teammates doing here, as he could be carrying the Flatline Racing team. And a flash of the lights from Phil. He's going to cross the line P1. A cracking race for him. The line's still not with us yet. It's a long start line here. Here he goes. A win for Phil. Peaceful Explosion is going to flash the lights to come home in second. Monkey Boy in the Acura, not quickest over one lap, but takes a third. Mazda has passed Kieran Argent, so don't know what happened to Kieran there to take fourth. Kieran... Oh, you spanned. Kieran's going to come home for fifth. Here comes Dean Wasaki now. Going to be a sixth place for him. Incident with Mazda lap 1, flash of lights from Dean, and never really recovered from that. DJ Phil's going to take 7th place, and that is going to be the final practice race of the season. Fastest lap.
The incident on lap 1 wasn't intentional, just got too heavy on the brakes and tapped
Cameron.
I can't remember. Cam.
Yeah, Cam. Fastest lap by Mazda, just a 10th quicker than Phil. Peaceful in the 147s as well, so close battle we're expecting. So quickly then, Dean, we'll start with you. Next Thursday, your first pro race in any league you've done. You've only been sim racing since January. Are we looking forward to it?
Yeah, can't wait, yeah. It'll be interesting.
We got your predictions. What's your prediction on the race next week at Silverstone? A track you've enjoy?
Yeah, I like Silverstone. Hopefully in mid-table, hopefully. Not near the bottom.
Well, best luck for you next week. Kieran, same question to you. Are we looking forward to getting the league finally up and running? We said it with the qualifying session earlier in September, back end of August, that SimPlay was finally here. We stamped our authority with a qualifying session around Donington. Now the season starts, next time we'll be live. Excited?
Yeah, no, it's going to be, looking forward to a different format, a longer format. I'm just hoping I can be a bit more consistent than I've shown in practice over this week and the first week of practice.
Yeah. Mazda, are you still with us?
Yeah, I'm still here.
And same question to you, mate. Now it's finally here. Are we excited?
Yeah, mate, I'm definitely looking forward to it with my busy schedule. But yes, I will be looking and pushing. Hopefully for a race win, maybe a third.
Maybe third. No second, just first or third.
Yeah.
Well, from all of us here at SimPlay Motorsport, we thank you for being part of our journey tonight, and be with us next week where the start of the Pro-Am Cup will start Wednesday night at 8 o'clock around Silverstone Grand Prix. And then join us next Thursday as well, where Kieran, Dean and Mazda will be battling it out on track in the Pro category. So from all of us here at SimPlay Motorsport, good night. And we are